Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The Far Side. You ready for the Far Side?
I'm in the Far Side.
You're in the Far
Let's
Side.
Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah, sorry, but sad but true statement of my college basketball fan. How you feeling, DeMarco?
I am good, man. I walked outside in the rain today.
Did you know?
Feeling good about it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so we have not discussed this.
Yes.
I have not gone the last 2 days for exactly that same reason.
Because it's been raining?
Because it's been raining. It's been cold. I just came off not feeling my best. I'm getting ready to go on vacation next week.
Okay,
and I'm like, you know what?
Yeah. You're coming off being sick.
And it's that plus I'm not going to be here next week, or at least a part of the week. And I don't want to go on my trip feeling anything other than really good.
Fair. I didn't think it was enough rain.
It wasn't. I was just looking for an excuse not to go.
Right. I don't think that's enough to say I can't go walking today. Yeah, just wet and rainy, no big deal. I mean, you're going to walk in the rain at some point in your life, right?
No, prior to this week, when it was raining, and it doesn't rain here a lot, I would go. Yeah. But it was like, do I really want to put on all the clothes? Do I really want to go down?
It was actually kind of fun, though.
I bet it was.
Yeah.
I pretended
I was Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Oh.
Yeah, I did.
Did you take your shirt off and grow a long beard?
I did not take my shirt off. I hunkered down, but I have to make it to the other end of the island type stuff.
Did you like that movie?
I did.
I did too.
It was fun.
I did too.
Son!
It's weird. You could have a movie that there's like a 45-minute stretch in that movie where nobody says a word.
And it's awesome.
And it's really, really good.
We went to see it because they talked about our Super Bowl in it.
Oh, yeah.
There's a part. Yeah, they came up 1 yard short, and everybody goes nuts in the room. It's fun. Yeah, it's fun. I love that movie, though. Yes, but walking in the rain, no excuse. Get your butt up. Let's go.
I'm going to go today unless it's raining again.
How many miles a day are you doing?
About 5.
Okay, so you got 15 miles.
It's usually
by
5
Friday.
Plus.
Oh, that ain't happening.
You got 15 miles by Friday. You got to make up the days. Come on.
No, I don't.
Well, just think about it. Come next week, you're going to be, walking in a beautiful, luscious, tropical location.
I can't wait, and I'm looking forward to it. And I know I'm going to get plenty of exercise on this trip. But I don't.
Come on, Rogers.
No,
pick them up and set them down.
I've been doing the work, what I have done is I've done enough work for me to not do the work and feel okay about it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
But doesn't it suck when your average drops? See?
I don't like that.
You hate that.
I don't like that,
and
I don't like that my monthly total is going to be super light.
Yes.
I have a monthly goal in mind, and I have hit it every month for 11 months in a row.
I am not trying to motivate. I'm just saying, for me to you got to keep the average up because it sucks. I hate looking at that.
I know.
That's worse than the scale.
I don't like that either.
That's worse than getting on the scale.
They're about the same in my world.
Yeah.
They're about the same.
Oh, I hate it when you think you have a good week.
Turns out getting the flu and throwing up for a few days helps your weight loss numbers. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, you're skinny.
That's pretty good.
What are you down to?
212. We're somewhere in there.
You're Evander Holyfield now.
Yeah,
Look at you.
I get confused for him quite a bit. I get that on the street all the time. Quick reminder: PGA Tour is heading back to Torrey Pines for the 2025 Genesis Invitational. Listen to our show each day this week for your cue to call, and when you hear it, be caller number 7 at 877-710-ESPN to win a 4-pack of general admission tickets to the Genesis. We're talking Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Colin Morikawa, and a whole bunch more at a signature PGA Tour event. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com.
I'd like to write a movie about the golf underworld where they have to play these underground golf games.
You mean the gambling?
Yeah, for real stakes. People die if you lose. That's that type of stuff. Just between the best golfers in the world.
There are a lot of stories that are out there that I have heard. I have some friends.
Wait a minute.
That have played on the PGA Tour, both for a long time and then just kind of hit and miss. Guys that kind of popped up and dropped right, they just couldn't stick.
Yeah.
But other guys that stuck for a long, long time. And there are so many of those stories. Not where guys are going to get their legs broken or things like that.
Underground golf.
But they're playing for a lot of money that's not like the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
And stuff gets real quick. Now, I don't know if some of this is exaggerated. I don't know if some of this is apocryphal. I don't know, but those guys play for a ton of money on the weekends when we watch them on TV. They play for a lot of money when no one's watching either.
I bet some people have lost a house on a putt.
Oh,
yeah. Lost businesses on putts.
multiple commas. Multiple commas.
That's the stuff I want to see.
Yeah.
That's how you make golf interesting.
That's how you make any of these things that were really, like, the money has gotten so crazy. And not just golf. Like, for instance, the NBA All-Star Game is this weekend, right?
Yeah.
It sucks. It's just not good. And I'm not blaming the NBA. I'm just saying that All-Star games kind of in general have
weird.
They're just not important because the games are goofy. They're not competitive. They don't try. It's just not fun, right?
What do you call that? What do you call Globetrotters basketball?
It's what it is.
Theatrical basketball. I don't know.
It's a show. It's a floor show.
Yeah.
It's a floor show. It's like
the Savannah Bananas.
It's not competitive. It's entertainment. Right. It's an entertainment
Probably
product.
more fun if you're there. But go ahead.
Probably.
Yeah, finish your point. Yeah.
And the only way that you could make this stuff interesting to me, like to make the 3-point shot, it's fun, it's cool, whatever. But the dunk contest or the skins game in golf from a million years ago, or some of these things, is these guys put up their own money and it's real.
Ooh.
Because to have, like, I don't know.
Have them gamble.
Pick a Coca-Cola decides they want to get in on this. And Coca-Cola says, winning team gets $5 million. I don't care if LeBron James gets $5 million more.
Yeah.
It's Coca-Cola's money.
That would be fun.
But if it were these guys playing those guys and they all kicked in their own money, you'd see guys go at it.
LeBron and Steph playing horse for real money.
There you go.
I'm all in. I would love to see
no
that.
corporate spot. Like, it is your money.
For real money.
Yeah.
Yeah, right out of the bank.
Right
there.
Right.
Oh,
We're going to we're going to Wells Fargo with you after the game.
That sounds
and
like
you're
fun.
withdrawing the cash from your account and handing it to him.
That's a real tournament.
Right? Now we got something. Now we got something
that
for
may
sure.
end in a fight, though. Oh, my God.
It could end up in some relationships being altered. That's for sure.
No doubt. Yes.
No kidding. I told you the Lakers would win last night.
Oh, my God. Horrible. I mean, we said they were big, right? They're just that. It happens. I don't know. Throw it away.
I think so.
Forget about it.
I think so, too.
But
I think there's a but. I think there's a but, but not a big but. It's a little narrow but.
Is it a Luka-sized butt?
No. We're talking like, I don't know,
that bad.
skinny. They had played so well for so long that a clunker was inevitable. You're going to have a clunker. They had a clunker last night.
The last game before the All-Star break.
That's the other part. The last game before the All-Star break is always weird. It's just like guys have got one foot on their vacation, right? I get to go relax for a few days. I get to get off my feet. I don't have to be on an airplane. I can just chill out.
Have some stuff they need to do. Did you hear JJ? Like all he's thinking about is like where he's going to live.
Oh, sure, yeah,
and that stuff.
Yeah,
Don't
he's got
talk to me
life
about basketball for 2 days.
Yeah, he's got all of that stuff for sure,
big time.
So I think that's part of the mix. That Dorian Finney-Smith didn't play. Gabe Vincent didn't play. The center. Why do I blank on this guy's name every time? This Jackson Hayes.
Got hurt.
I cannot get that name to stick in my head. He gets hit in the face early in the game and leaves. He's obviously very important. Alex Len, who'd been a part of this team for 5 seconds, basically had to play the whole game, and he was kind of just trying to figure out what the heck was going on out there.
Right.
He didn't play very well. Lakers missed more than half their free throws. It was just a bad night across the board.
I have a blind spot for Allen Robinson, the receiver.
Name?
I could never remember his name.
Yeah.
It took me a minute. Jackson Hayes.
I want to call him either Christian Wood or Max Christie.
Okay.
I cannot land on Jackson Hayes. I just cannot get it to stick.
Does not come up. Yeah, he got banged around, face contusion.
Yeah, he got hit in the face.
What does that mean in basketball? You got hit in the face?
Yeah.
Just say it. You got hit in the face.
Yeah.
Face is swollen. Facial contusion.
It caused a contusion.
Facial contusion.
Man. He caught a hand, a fist, an elbow, or what? You got contused.
Could be a thing. We don't know for sure, but could be a thing that he might not be able to see. Like if he gets something in his cheek and his cheek swells up, he might not be able to see. So you don't want him in the court.
Don't they say like orbital or something?
Orbital,
when it's eye,
bruise,
they say eye, but I've never facial
contusion. He got hit. He got hit
in the face.
Yeah,
but just toss that one.
I think so too.
Luka's rounding in the form.
He was minus 19 last night.
There was good and bad.
But he's still getting space. He's still getting to his spots. He's still getting shots up. They're just not falling.
You know what it looked like?
Yeah.
And I'll put Luka in this, but it wasn't just Luka. It was kind of almost everybody last night. They looked slow last night.
Yeah.
Like for the last 8, 10, 12, 15 games, they looked pretty crisp, pretty fast, pretty sharp. Like they were bouncing around. They were playing great defense. I think Ireland said it the other day, 5 guys on a string all moving together.
Yeah.
About halfway through the first quarter, I was talking with my buddy G-Fish. I'm like, they look bad. They look really slow last night. And it just got progressively worse through the rest of the night. Like they never really got into it. By the time they got to the half, they were behind. By the time they got to the fourth quarter.
It's not the same malaise that we've been talking about
previously.
previously.
No, totally different type of malaise.
And it's not lazy.
No.
It's just tired.
Give the Jazz some credit, too.
Yeah,
I mean, they have won 12, so they can up, jump, and beat you every now and then. And they look good.
They had a good night.
Kessler's
good. Markkanen's good. And
think about the way you played. If Luka hit 25% more of his shots, you have a chance to win even this bad game.
Okay. Since we're talking about shots, the Lakers attempted a franchise record 50 threes. The average shot distance was 18.6 feet with LeBron James in the court. It just seemed like they were a little tired and lazy.
And missing.
Yeah. Yes. All of them.
Yes.
Right? It was, what's harder, standing there and jacking a three or trying to get to the rim? Get to the rim's harder, right? Trying to break somebody down and kick it out, where you can just say, you know what, I'm just going to take this shot. It felt like all right, we're starting vacation in 3 hours. How about we just start it right now?
But also, what were the detractors of the Luka? What was Dallas trying to say about Luka? That he doesn't play defense and that he was slower and that he wasn't in shape. If you have that in your mind, last night is evidence.
I think what it is for me.
He's been out for like 50 days.
He's played 2 games since Christmas. That's not a lot. I'm willing to give him a little grace on knocking the rust off, working his way back into shape. I think for me, this isn't a completely burn the tape, throw it in the trash, forget it ever happened. I'm not going to worry about it too much yet. That game last night, I think, was a representative of what, if you are fearful of what they might look like defensively, that's what it could look like.
Yeah.
So if, let's say they come back in a week and they start playing again and they get a performance kind of like that once every 4 or 5 games, then it's like, uh-oh. Like, that keeps popping up. But if it just happened once because of all the things we've mentioned, then it's like, it just had a bad night.
Mine's already in the compost heap.
Yeah.
It is. It's done. You had a lot of guys that were out that you're counting on for defense. Some of your toughest guys weren't out. And the guy you just got at center, you threw in.
Yeah.
Even he said, I have no idea what I'm doing.
It looked like it.
Yeah. Versus a big team. So, just toss this one out. It's before All-Star. But the one thing you can say about Luka is you can see it coming. Even with his jump shot, tell me if you feel this. Even when he misses, it seems soft.
Oh, no, he's got great touch.
That's what I'm saying.
He's got great touch.
Yeah.
There were a couple of moments, like obviously the behind the back to Reeves was just like, whoa. And then he had another one where he kind of took one hard step towards the hoop. The guy immediately starts to backpedal, and then he did the step back fadeaway three.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just
getting his
buckets.
space, no doubt.
There are moments like that where you're like, oh, yeah, this is why he's one of the best players in the world. But he just hasn't played enough yet.
No.
It's gonna take some time. I have zero worries about him making shots. I have zero worries about him involving.
Keep playing.
Now, him belly aching to the referees and him being a turnstile on defense.
Live with it.
Yeah, probably going to have to live with it.
You're going to have to live with it. That ain't going to change. That's just
probably not.
Yeah.
I think that maybe, and I don't think I'm the only one, hopeful that he would, all right, wake-up call, whatever you call it. I'm just going to go crazy moving forward.
My thought is that's your coach to handle that. I don't think you change him. I think you help him out by going bonkers.
On the referees?
For him. You know what I mean? To keep him more engaged. I don't know, but it's not going to change. That's part of his game.
It's who he is.
It is who he is.
It is who he is. And when Jackson Hayes
there you go.
isn't face contused, I think it's going to look a little bit different. It was a bad
no DFS,
night.
No Gabe Vincent either. So.
All of that.
That is as bad as split fingernail.
We're getting into baseball injuries?
Injuries, weird stuff on the ticker. Can't pitch, split fingernail.
Dude,
doesn't make sense.
I could do 3 segments on weird baseball injuries.
Right.
Guy hurt his arm in a recliner. Guy scratched his eyeball on a pillow. Riding in a cab. Opening a hotel room door. Eating sunflower seeds. Playing video games. Emailing his brother. Like, where do you want... These are all real things.
But what's the injury from emailing your brother?
Well,
can't play because...
A repetitive stress injury is how it was described.
See, this is what I love. Repetitive stress injury.
From emailing his brother. That was Carlos Zambrano from the Cubs a million years ago. Facial contusion. Oh, my gosh. It happens. It happens. Your boy Dalton Knecht was back last night, DeMarco, and I love what JJ had to say about it. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Now for a limited time, get 1.99% APR on the Hyundai Tucson. Offers end March 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
This February, the Genesis Invitational heads to Torrey Pines in San Diego. Be there when moments become legendary. The roars echo through the trees, and champions rise. The Genesis Invitational welcomes the world's best golfers, including Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and more, to Torrey Pines February 13th through 16th for the Genesis Invitational. This is where legends are made. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com.
Empower. Nick bought a new guitar, a 62 American Classic Electric. Does he know how to play? No. But Nick's Empower investment account has performed well. He got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risks. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is a really good guitar solo.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Has she done the Super Bowl?
No, but like she's not dancing. We don't typically have a performer that's just a standing there performer.
Yeah.
But if she was standing there belting out some of these songs.
Right. She does have pyrotechnics. She has performed at like Berlin and like these big arenas. I'm not saying Adele couldn't do it. It's just a different choice.
You asked me during the break,
show.
like if you weren't going to do a concert, what do you do at halftime?
If you got away from music and you wanted to, what could you put in the middle of a football game?
That's that interesting?
Yeah, like that's interactive. I mean, if you could drop a movie into the middle of a football game, is that possible?
Well, they've done...
How long's the halftime show? Like, is it 20 minutes?
20
yeah,
minutes.
okay.
You do a play in the middle of, I don't know, something. Didn't involve music. Or is it just concerts?
What's so hard is you're trying to hit such a wide swath of people. right? You're trying to put something out there that somebody that's 25 likes and somebody that's 65 is at least willing to tolerate, or vice versa. Something that's 60,
everybody.
that somebody that's 65 is like, oh, the Stones, awesome, and somebody that's 25 is like, yeah, all right, whatever, I'll check it out.
Performance based, like I know at half times for like basketball games, you have like a red panda, we have like the dogs catching things, but that's not going to be as exciting at the Super Bowl.
No, yeah, like that's interesting. Like you're talking about, like Red Panda is really fun to watch, and stuff like those quick. There's that, I saw it at the Laker game one night. That guy that does all those quick changes.
Okay, wait,
that's crazy
fun
to watch.
Cirque du Soleil
in the middle of a game.
That would be cool to watch.
I'm going to get chilly.
You're going
and now French circus performers. All right, I'm out. See ya.
And by the way, Simone Biles go out there and do a routine.
I want Dippin' Dots.
I've been to Cirque du Soleil. I've had a nice time going to see Cirque du Soleil. But if you're telling me the Super Bowl, I'm paying attention to the game, and now I got 20 minutes, and I can watch French circus, or I can go drink a couple of beers and chop it up.
What if it's old school circus? Would they bring out like
cannons and lions and
and tigers and stuff? I mean,
first of all, I think circuses have been canceled. I don't think you can do that anymore.
Yeah, by PETA.
Okay.
Well, but there's a reason that when was the last time you went to the circus?
Right, I know.
Yeah, right. The circus is
offering up.
Trying to figure if is this something it's I guess it is music, and I can only imagine after this one with Kendrick Lamar and all the controversy and stuff, this may go down in history as the most controversial halftime show since Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake.
You may be right
in some respects.
You may be right.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that. I can't even offer you anything other than you may be right.
Because you either loved it or you hated it.
Well, I don't think that's true because I felt neither of those two emotions.
And I also think that happens a lot.
Or you just weren't plugged in. Like I don't know what's going on.
I wasn't plugged in. Okay. I don't know what's going on, and I thought that it was fine. It was like
I might lump you with the hate group, but that's not hating.
I don't hate it at all.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, oh my God, get this off my TV. It was, I don't even know what that means. But I knew all the songs.
A third of the people liked it. A third hated it, and a third.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
That's what Kendrick wanted. Like,
you think so? Okay.
I think he knew the people he was going to make mad, and continue on with it.
My first thought, as soon as it ended with this whole thing, actually, it's been two or 3 days. I wonder what the next halftime show is going to look like after this. So we'll see. So there's a caller that has an idea about. This?
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. I gotta get Laura.
Okay.
She ran out. Okay, never mind.
Do you want to hop on the board real quick? Come on the board, and we'll buy you some time, Em. Yeah, it certainly is a topic of conversation that has continued for much longer than most halftime shows do. Because usually it comes on, everybody goes, "Oh, that was great," or "That sucked," and then we move on.
Yeah.
Right. Like I go back to the Rams the 2 Super Bowls that the Rams have had since they've been in LA. The one in Atlanta with Maroon 5 was generally considered bad.
Yeah.
Right. And the one in LA with all the different hip hop artists was generally considered really good.
Great.
Right.
Yeah.
So
iconic.
Right. And it was like, oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bad one. This one has legs. This is the one that we keep talking about over and over again.
It tested people. It had people thinking about stuff.
It was weird because first there's the Lil Wayne angle.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be him there in New Orleans. It wasn't. It's Kendrick. And then the whole Drake angle. And then when you have the halftime show and things keep popping up, the bell bottoms even had a meaning.
They did.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Celine bell bottoms.
Yeah. Everything in that performance had a deeper meaning to it.
If
and we're
you
still
say
talking
so.
about it.
I said, if you say so. They went like over my head isn't even the proper terminology. Right. It's like I was around the block for me. All right, let's go to that call that you're talking about, DeMarco. What's up?
How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Okay, so you guys have been going over this Kendrick Drake stuff for the whole week, and I've been hearing everyone on all these ESPN LA shows basically trying to come down to what caused this. And it's funny because it's actually related to you guys. So I'm going to tell the story, and then you guys can just call this person and have him come confirm it.
Okay, go ahead.
So basically in 2013, Big Sean dropped a song called Control. On the song, Kendrick Lamar basically called out all the biggest rappers at the time and said, "I'm coming for you." So everyone took it in stride except Drake. The next year, Drake hosted the ESPYs. He went on a promotional tour on all your ESPN shows. He went on to Sports Nation, but that day, Sports Nation was not live. It was tape delayed. And so he went on there and he started talking crazy about Kendrick Lamar in the interview. Marcellus Wiley and Max Kellerman were standing there basically elbowing each other like, wow,
whoa,
we are about to be on the greatest news story ever. So before the show airs, producers call the Sports Nation offices and ask them what happened in the interview. They don't know. Max and Marcellus say nothing happened. It was a genuine interview. They hang up the phone. They get called back again. They want to know, are you sure nothing happened? They keep telling them nothing happened. What's the deal? Basically, Drake's people understood what he was saying, and before the interview aired, they wanted to make sure that it didn't air. And so Max and Marcellus were basically like, no, it's not that big. It's not that deep. But Drake's people basically told ESPN, if you play this interview, Drake will not host the ESPY.
Whoa.
Marcellus Wiley, who knew Kendrick Lamar from the year before, who appeared on Sports Nation, built a relationship with TDE and Top Dog. Once he realized that Drake had pulled the interview, he gave a phone call to Top Dog and said, basically, you need to check this dude because he's talking crazy about you.
I'm going to interrupt real quick here because
I'm enthralled.
I have no idea what any of this is.
I'm enthralled.
Go ahead. Take you. I could not have less understanding of this entire conversation.
Basically, Max and Marcellus started this whole beef thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Go ahead. Finish this story. Go ahead.
To get the real story, because you have access to Marcellus Wiley, and he told this story on his YouTube channel during the beef, which is why I don't understand why this information isn't floating out there, why you guys haven't called him, because this is literally an ESPN story.
I still don't.
Yeah.
This is an ESPN story. He literally said, if you play the interview while I'm talking
if somebody
crazy
wants to
about
call
this
Marcellus, they should call Marcellus.
Okay.
Thank
you.
Yeah.
I appreciate the call. Really, but that's funny. I can see how that would get stuff started. Is that where the beef began?
But what year was that?
I have no idea.
Max and Marcellus, what does that put us? What year?
At least 5 years ago.
At least
maybe,
5
maybe
years
6
ago.
or 7.
Which sounds
I
about
really don't
right.
know.
Did Drake actually host the ESPYs? I hope I'm not. Yeah.
Yes, I think
he
so.
did. Okay. Well, I can see how that, you don't air it, we're going to air it, you aired it, whatever, beef starts, and that's how stuff gets around. That makes sense.
Drake hosted the ESPYs in 2014.
Okay.
10 years ago. And so, people can dislike people for a long period of time. That doesn't say the beef, quote unquote, could start 10 years ago, but we're talking mostly about this ramp up in the last 18 months.
Well, that's how stupid stuff gets started.
Yeah.
He said, she said, here we go, and away we go. But, I mean, here's the real, I don't really care how it started. That's what I don't care. I don't really need to know the backstory.
Yeah.
It was fun. It's music, and I leave it at that. But it's just so funny that this beef, this song is now a Grammy Award-winning diss song.
5-time Grammy Award-winning.
5-time, and it was in the Super Bowl. That's the only thing I'm laughing about. Like, wow.
If this is the end game of all of this, and I had to listen to that segment, I vote for Red Panda for the halftime show.
Just because you don't understand doesn't mean it's not interesting to
I'm not
people.
saying it's not interesting. I'm saying this could literally be in a foreign language, and I'd have a better better chance of understanding what was happening.
Yeah, but again, it's like, I think, the beef isn't new. We all know the beef isn't new. And stuff has started.
No, it's been around, but I can see that
the mixtape started around this time last year.
That's how dumb stuff gets started, and then you end up rapping about it at the Super Bowl. That's what I'm laughing about. Right. Unbelievable.
Red Panda can flip plates on her head. That's fun. I like that.
That's what I mean.
Like
she can take a teacup and kick it from her on a unicycle all the way to the top of her head.
I like things that make you think, and Red
But
Panda
are you
doesn't make me think.
Sure it's indifference? Because, I mean, like I said, to me it seems like people either loved it or they hated it.
I'm not speaking for anybody other than myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I watched it. I didn't catch any of the subliminal messaging. I don't know. And it was fine.
Yeah.
So I didn't hate it. I didn't like it. It's fine.
But I also feel like you're not someone who tends to look for the Easter eggs in music.
You're right.
I think you get it in sports. You look for the subliminal messaging in sports.
No, it's just it is an area of which my attention is not directed. Yeah.
Like plenty of great artists put a lot of stuff into their work.
What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at you. You're like, I'm so done. I don't know what he's talking about.
I literally don't. Like, that could have been... I mean, I obviously know who Max and Marcellus are.
Right.
I obviously know who Drake and Kendrick Lamar are.
Yes.
I know, like, the like, have you ever watched TV in Spanish?
Yes.
And you're listening, and you catch a word here, and they're like, "Oh, I know what that one means."
You kind of have an
I
idea.
know what that one means.
That's what it felt like?
That's what that felt like.
okay.
But the flow of the conversation was lost on me.
I was enthralled because it was great info. I don't know if it's true or not. It's great info, but I was just not shocked, just impressed at how passionate he was about it. That's what I mean. That's in the category of loved it. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Passionate he was to like tell us how it
great.
began.
If you liked it, I'm not telling you shouldn't like it.
Say Drake.
That's cool. Say Drake?
No, I'm like, say Drake. You know that moment where he looks at the camera and says,
yeah.
say Drake.
Wow.
I heard you like him young.
Still don't know.
You know. And then,
I don't.
Okay, so he was coming
Emily,
around.
Look at my hand. Look at my face when I tell you. I swear to God, I do not know.
Oh my God,
I
that's
swear
so
to
funny.
God, I do not know the genesis of any of this.
I'm not asking for the genesis. I'm asking for the moment in the performance where he goes, say Drake, looks right at the camera, smiles.
I saw it, but I
heard
don't
you
know
like
the.
him young.
I don't know. I know what he said. I don't know what it means. I mean, I could imply what it means.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
Well.
And that's you. I can only imagine,
again, I'm not like
there's 100 million people watching that show.
I wasn't yelling at my TV, get this off of my TV. I wasn't that guy. I just literally was like, I don't know what the hell is happening.
I don't know what's happening.
Controversial who are standing on stuff. I'd like that.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. I don't know what to add to this.
Just funny. No.
Yeah. Your boy Dalton Knecht.
Yes.
Played. Talked about it. And it was as weird as I think we thought it might be.
Could have been awkward.
That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The Luka era is...
For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill. It's for you.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Looking to enhance your home with the latest in audio, video, and smart home technology? Don't go anywhere else but Mir Audio Video in Westwood. For over 40 years, Mir has specialized in all things smart home solution with companies like Lutron and Crestron. For innovation, reliability, do what we do. Choose Mir Audio Video. In light of the recent fires in L.A., Mir is here to assist, providing guidance to your insurance company as needed. Visit MirAudioVideo.com or call 310-234-4010 today.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LEARN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LEARN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LEARN.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Which of my... I've got a few of these today. It's not enough for a last man standing, but I have a few just random Anthony Rendon facts that I would like to provide for you at any given point today.
Why would you want to, just pour syrup on the man's grave?
I just find it...
Pour syrup?
Everywhere I looked last night, and obviously my algorithm knows me pretty well, so it's feeding me a lot of baseball things. And there was a lot of Anthony Rendon weird stats last night. Would you like to... Can I give you the first one?
Is it him... or is it the Angels?
What do you mean?
That you're having fun with right now?
I find it hilarious that the Angels did it again.
Okay. Yes.
And that he is the perfect person to have done it to them.
Okay.
Okay.
Match made in heaven.
A guy that clearly does not give a damn.
There's no bad karmic bad stuff.
They've had guys that have just gone there and underperformed. Like Mo Vaughn was there. They gave him a bunch of money, and then he fell chasing a foul ball down a dugout and was never the same again. Like, that's just bad. Like,
I used to love Mo Vaughn.
Yeah, Mo Vaughn was great until he was an Angel, and then he wasn't great.
Is that how he went out? He fell?
He was like chasing a foul ball. He fell down the dugout steps, and he was never quite the same again. And
are you a Star Trek guy?
Not really, no.
Okay, Captain Kirk has survived a lot of stuff, right?
Yes.
Do you know how Captain Kirk died?
No.
He fell. That's what I'm saying. Mo Vaughn fell. That's how it ended?
That's kind of what it was. I'll give you this first one. Ted Williams, from 1941 to 1945, 3 of those years he served in the United States Marine Corps as a fighter pilot during World War II. Did not play a single game.
3 of those years, he was in the Marines.
3 of those 5 years, he was in the Marines as a fighter pilot in World War II.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
He played more baseball in those 5 years than Anthony Rendon has played in the 6 years he's played for the Angels.
Oh, my God, the guy served.
He went to fight a war for 3 years and came back and has played more baseball than Anthony Rendon.
Wow. What's his high water mark there? 58 games?
I think so.
58 games.
I've got more that we'll get to later on in the program. That's just that's probably my favorite one, but I got others that are close.
250 million?
So far?
Yeah.
No, it's nothing like that.
What was the deal?
It's only 231
so
far.
231. Oh, my bad. Off by a couple of million.
Yeah, you spotted him 19 million he hasn't earned yet, DeMarco. He has made through the first 6 years of his deal. That includes this year where he will not play. Right, he's having hip surgery, and it's unlikely that he will play a single game this year. The Angels will have paid him $231 million.
Aren't you ashamed when you go to the pay window?
I would.
Do you back up to the pay window?
I would like them to just direct deposit that, to come in and say, I'm here for I don't know how they pay baseball players, whether it's monthly, weekly. I don't know how it works, but I would think that taking that check would
I would
awkward.
Make him come in and pick up a check. I would. You'd have to sign for this.
If the answer was you got to come in and get it, I'd still go get it.
Come get right. I want to see you. Yes.
Yeah,
oh my God.
It's crazy. You know what I liked about? Liked is the wrong word. The Dalton Knecht played for the Lakers for the first time since the whole thing went down. Since they attempted to trade him, the trade was rescinded. He came back, and last night was the first night he was back on the court. And he spoke about it afterwards, and he said, it was like a movie. It was odd. The team was great. They welcomed him back. That he kind of told the process of when he was shooting shots at the Laker facility, and Rob came up to him and said, hey, we've made a deal. He travels to Charlotte. Then he travels to Detroit, getting ready to make his debut. Then Rob calls him again and says, hey, the deal's off. Come on back. He comes back, and they talk about all this. And he said it was bizarre, and it was. I like what Reddick.
Freaking weird.
Just
that's
crazy,
a lot of emotions going on.
Crazy. JJ talked about it last night, and JJ basically said, look, he's back, he's played, he's talked about it, we're done with this. He's a part of this team, we're moving forward. Like, we're done.
Spoken like a coach.
I thought that was a really smart way to do it.
Spoken like a coach. I mean, it may not be for Dalton Knecht, but, I mean, this is how we're going to handle it.
Yeah.
You got to be a pro.
Yeah.
So he just told you, get over it, move on. We have to. Yeah, it's not all about you. Things happen. It's a business.
Now, he can't tell the media what to do, but I thought it was smart to at least attempt to say, look, I'm not talking about this anymore. As far as I'm concerned, this is done. I am done with this as a topic. Let's talk about other things.
There's a point where you can tip it too far. Like, what did you think? We're all expendable. We can all be traded. Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you get a day or two to be mad.
Yeah.
But now get over it. We got to go play.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that, and especially because he is who he is. He's not unimportant, but you're not Luka, you're not Reeves, you're not LeBron, you're not even, Dorian Finney-Smith. You're a guy that's here. We'd like you to have you. We want you to play. We want you to play well, but let's not lose sight of the fact that this is a job.
It is kind of a sport that allows pouting, though. You can pout in basketball.
Yeah,
you can be mad. You can be Jimmy Butler. I
think that's fair.
You can be Ben Simmons. You can pout. You can pout, and they still pay you.
It's a little. You're going to get your money.
Yeah.
He's going to get that. But the difference is the two, and I'm just using the two guys that you mentioned. Jimmy Butler's a multiple-time All-Star, taking teams to the finals as the best player.
Yeah.
He's got
But
room.
these dudes are delusional, too.
I get that. That Ben Simmons, who is not a good basketball player, was the first pick in the draft.
Yeah.
Right? And so he was, at one point in his career, an All-NBA player. And it's like, if those guys want to get in their feelings, I get it more than, and listen, man, you're middle of the first round. What do you want?
Yeah.
You weren't a lottery pick. You weren't the future of this team. You're a guy on this team. Don't get in do it. If you're going to do it home behind closed doors.
That's the shot to Dalton Knecht. Okay. If you don't like it, play better. Make yourself indispensable. There's a reason they thought they could trade you. So you have one way to go. Keep missing shots, not playing well. Well, we should have traded you.
He's okay last
night.
Or
make us eat it.
Yeah.
By playing well.
Make us eat it. And look, the best case scenario is be so good that there's a line of people that want you when it's an opportunity for you to get paid. And you can say, hey, go pound sand. I'm going over there. You didn't want me. I'm going to go play for those guys.
I can see it now. He hits a game-winning shot. He's holding up the Laker thing, screaming, you wanted to trade this.
Yeah, right.
You wanted to trade this.
Yes.
Yes, if you miss.
You know who that's good for?
Who?
The Lakers.
Everybody. Yeah, everybody in the arena.
It's good for the Lakers.
Yes.
It's good for Laker
fans. On a cross-court pass by Luka.
Yeah, I'm okay with him being in his feelings. Just don't have it affect your play.
Use it the right way. Absolutely.
It is a Live Nation Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN. Listen during Mason and Ireland and Sedano and Cap for your cue to call. And if you're calling number 7 at 877-710-ESPN, you can win 2 tickets to the Outlaw Musical Festival. Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, Billy Strings, and Sierra Hall, all live at the Hollywood Bowl on May 16th. Or you can get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Real quick. Wait, hold on. Have you ever had beef with anyone?
Define beef.
Beef. I got issues with. I got a problem with. And you from school. Beef. Long simmering beef.
Not long simmering. When I decide that I'm out, I'm out.
Okay, you avoid the guy.
They don't exist in my world anymore.
So, but when you come into contact or you see that person,
I will try very hard not to have that happen.
So you know what beef feels like.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. Imagine if you had beef with somebody that does exactly what you do.
Yeah.
Right after you.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had beef with like Cap or Mason.
Yeah.
And it just kept going one after another.
Well, we do have an award for this at the Man. It's called Beef of the Year.
Oh, Beef of the Year. You know what it is.
I will never be involved in beef of the Year. Unless it's eating roast beef sandwiches, I'm out.
No one's pushed the right button yet. See, that's the thing. Yeah.
Probably.
I was looking at this lineup for the Outlaw Festival, and it got me thinking. So Bob Dylan, is having a moment right now because a complete unknown, the biopic about his life, has a bunch of Oscar nominations. At the Grammys, they were hinting at a super special guest. People were thinking Timmy and Bob were going to perform together. That would have been cool. Yeah, that would have been cool.
Did he sing the songs in the movie? Chalamet?
Timmy, yeah, he did.
Wow.
Yeah.
No way. Were you a big Bob guy?
No.
Couple songs?
Yes. Yeah. Like, I'm not a Bob Dylan, like, oh, that guy sucks, but I'm not Dylan.
You're aware of his genius.
I'm aware that he is incredibly popular among a certain segment of old people.
Bob and Kendrick to you are the same?
No, because I'm far more...
In terms of your interest.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm more aware of Bob Dylan than I am of Kendrick Lamar, but I have equal amount of interest.
Bob Dylan fans are old? I guess they are.
Bob Dylan's old.
Yeah,
Bob Dylan's 80 or close to it.
Is that our parents or our grandparents?
Parents.
It's our parents.
Yeah.
Okay.
My guess is people that were teens in the 60s are the ones that are the most fervent Bob fans.
Okay.
But it permeates all different age groups, for sure.
100%. There is nobody in that genre that I'm going to be like, oh, that's my guy. I like some more than others.
It's like folk rock mixture. I like Bob. Yeah.
I like
if
some
a
Bob
Dylan
stuff,
song came on, I'm not going to be like, oh, God, get this off.
Well, it depends on which song it is. If I don't recognize it, if it's not the hits, maybe I'll be like, okay.
Hey, what do you got for me?
Far Side is coming up next. It's
you have to do the whole show like that.
Oil change. Home in the 15-minute
Let's turn off Bob for Valentine.
More Bob.
I
come
can do
on.
the whole thing if you want me to. Is your vehicle due for service? If so, come on into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
I don't know if Valvoline likes that.
Let me do my thing. Let me do my thing, right?
There's a start of beef
at
right
Valvoline. At Valvoline, you stay in your car nice and relaxed while the expert technicians make sure that your car is at its absolute best. You can find one of the 80 locations around Southern California at SoCalOilChange.com, and they're going to hook you up, and they're going to hook you up fast, real fast. 15 minutes, you're in, you're out, you're down the road, knowing that your car is running at its absolute best. And when you go to SoCalOilChange.com, you can download some coupons on your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change. So when you go in to get an oil change, tire rotation, transmission care, wipers, which is important right now, and a whole lot more, you know that you're going to get it at the best price. So no dragging your kids out of the car. You don't have to get out of your car at Valvoline. You stay in your car nice and safe while the expert technicians go to work on your ride. So find your spot, 80 locations around Southern California at SoCalOilChange.com, and go get your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
You were doing the game.
And I shouted out ESPN LA.
So wait, I'm on a flight.
Right.
I'm watching it. And they come over to George. They say, let's go over to George, And George says, hey, guys, LA is super stoked on Luka.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
I want to thank them. Without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. Little help like you guys asked for. I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Fimath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Something amazing is happening when power outages strike. Teams are powering through them. That's because CDW Solutions architects are building more resilient IT and electrical infrastructures with Schneider Electric. With EcoCare remote monitoring services and 24/7 support, your organization can do more than keep the lights on. Schneider Electric and CDW make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Schneider Electric.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
You unlock this door with a key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into the land of shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've crossed over into the far side.
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far
Let's
side.
Go.
It is the middle ground between light and shadow.
Do you know what helped?
4 or 5 hour ride.
I jumped in the ocean. It helped.
Between science and superstition.
I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel quick. I gotta feel fast. I want to feel naked out there.
And it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. The far side.
All right, Trav, help me out here. Okay,
right.
you like movies. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, think pirates, booty, gold, just piles of money.
Jewels.
Jewels,
Yes.
everything. I'm talking the top of the heap in the world. Which sports job do you think in this country, we'll just stay in this country,
Okay.
is the top sports job
Athlete or
of
broadcaster
America?
are you talking about?
Athlete.
Oh, okay. I think being the best quarterback in the NFL is the best job in
Okay.
American sports.
Being the best quarterback.
Yes.
So that's Patrick Mahomes.
It is.
In Kansas City.
The Kansas City part, look, it would be better if he were in New York or Los Angeles,
Yeah.
but the NFL is so big, I don't think it matters a
Now
ton.
you see where I'm going.
Okay.
Luka has the chance to be the number one guy in the world, or at least in America. To be the guy for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Big job.
What's bigger than that?
Not much.
And winning championships.
Not much.
Who's more famous than him?
Not the NFL players, but that's about
you
it.
Still think? You
Yes.
still think the quarterback
in this country? Internationally, probably
if
not.
If Luka is winning championships and the Lakers are back to their most dominant, excellent self,
Yeah.
to where it's a foregone conclusion. Like I'm
Yeah.
talking back to the old school days when they're running off 10 in a row, ugly stuff.
Yep.
And Luka is at the forefront.
Yep.
There's no one in the country more famous or more popular than him.
I'll just offer this as a rebuttal.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that NFL preseason football outdraws NBA basketball. It's just
True.
it's
Okay.
so much bigger and so much more. As popular as those guys are,
Am I getting too far to
NFL
say Luka could actually challenge that?
I think he would be on the short list.
That guy,
sure.
that talent, the way he plays here.
I don't think it's a Luka thing. I
Yeah.
think it's an NBA versus NFL thing. That's the only reason that I would make that argument. But I think it's close.
Would you agree the NFL is beating the NBA right now? Crushing them.
It's not a contest. It's like a NFL team against a middle school
How does
team.
the NBA bring that back, or at least bring it to the middle?
You don't.
With guys like Luka here and you're winning.
It's
that would be scary.
too late.
That would be absolutely scary.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that. That would be the number one spot for me. I mean, that would be like Michael Jordan playing for the Lakers.
It's up there. It's up there.
Can you imagine if Jordan played for the Lakers and not Chicago?
No, I'm not saying it's not a huge deal. It is, but I just don't think that you can catch the NFL in any meaningful way. Maybe an individual celebrity, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe. The other thing is, we were talking about this. UCLA and SC, women's basketball going at it. Some of my most famous or favorite moments and memories come from watching women's basketball in school.
Yeah, you were a huge fan.
So much fun.
Yeah.
I don't know why that doesn't translate to the next level. My enthusiasm, because I have so much enthusiasm for this.
Can I take a guess?
Go ahead.
Your enthusiasm was for your alma mater and not necessarily for what you were watching.
It was actually for the game.
Okay.
The game was fun.
Okay.
It was fast. It was technical. It was sometimes violent.
Okay.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know why it doesn't transfer to the next level. I wish it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the wrong person to ask. I don't know. I don't watch either.
You don't watch either?
No.
I think you'd love this game here.
Yeah. I'm sure
I
it's a
think
great
you
game.
would love this game. 1 versus 6.
I'm sure it will be entertaining. I know Juju Watkins is awesome.
Yeah.
I know that everybody thinks she's terrific, and I know of her, but I've only seen little highlights, and I guess I saw a tournament game or two of hers last year.
This is the far side. So, Emily, I'd like to make that required watching for tonight. We have to watch the game. Is that fair? And
I'll
we have
watch
to
it.
report on it. Travis, too.
And?
You go first.
If you can't catch it on the TV, we will be broadcasting it on our station at 7:10 and the ESPN LA app.
Come on, this is going to be a good game. It really
I'm not
is.
saying it's
UCLA
not.
is balling.
Look,
yes.
there's 24 hours in a day. there are only so many things that you can consume.
Yes.
And I am consuming certain things, and that, unfortunately,
Football's
is not
done.
on my
It's only
list.
2 hours long.
Football's
too,
done.
I understand.
NFL's done. We got some time.
You
finished Landman already.
You should definitely watch it. You should watch it and tell me how good it is.
Come on.
Look, I'm not
We should
telling
watch
you
it
not.
together.
This is not.
Get
this,
the beer out. Put the beer in the cooler. Let's watch the game together.
Speaking of, my ice and my cooler are still going strong.
The ice
From
in the cooler.
Super Bowl Sunday, it's still about a third of it is still left.
How do you have ice that
Because
lasts
I've got a
this
very
long?
good cooler and it was packed correctly.
Wow,
That's
look
why.
at you.
Yeah.
How many coolers do you have again?
Are we counting like backpack versions and all, like anything that is lined that will hold ice?
Anything that is a cooler.
10, 11,
10,
12?
11. And how many ice makers?
Well, only 3 ice makers, but I have many things that make ice, molded ice.
Yes.
By the way, the thing I bought, it sucks.
That little ice cube thing, it doesn't work?
Not really.
Oh, no, it's not clear?
It sucks.
Does your 3 ice makers also include a one on your fridge? I don't know if you have one on your fridge. Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
I've
that's too
encountered
bad,
a
man.
garage fridge, in-house fridge, and I have a desktop, like bar top ice maker. Yeah.
What's wrong with the one you just bought?
First of all, it took nearly a week for the ice to fully freeze.
A week.
Yeah, because it has to freeze slowly. So it took almost a week for this ice to freeze, and it's still not crystal clear.
Okay, you can't see through it.
I'm going to try again. There may be some user error on my end, so I want to try again. But the first attempt was
You
unsuccessful.
said it was only like
It's $100.
$100. Okay.
But I think they ripped me off.
That's another mile.
I know.
There you go.
Yeah, now I'm
That's
up to
another
16.
mile.
I'm
There
up
you
to
go.
16 for sure. All right, Dodgers have opened spring training, and they're talking about Sasaki and Otani and Yamamoto, and it's mostly good news. It's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about Prize Picks. You can, spring training is getting started. The Dodgers play, I think it's 33 days now before they start. The NBA is in full swing. You've got the All-Star game coming up this weekend, the three-point shooting contest. All of this is available for you at Prize Picks. And all you got to do is pick more or less. It really is that easy with Prize Picks. You look at the stat projections on the individual players, and you say, oh, I think LeBron James will have more than that many points or less than that many rebounds. Pick more, pick less. You can win up to 1,000 times your money at Prize Picks. And when you use the code TRAV, T-R-A-V, you are going to get $50 guaranteed after you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks. You don't need to win the $5 lineup. You just need to play, and you get $50 right away. Guaranteed. Win or lose with Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. With Prize Picks, run your game.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
So when I brought up Lakers championship, Juan looked at me and said, "You are stupid." He said, "Put that in ChatGPT." Here's what came out of ChatGPT.
Well, what did you type in?
Is Steve Mason from ESPN stupid?
Okay.
Oh, no. Steve Mason, the ESPN radio host, is known for his strong opinions and lively debates, especially on Mason and Ireland. Whether you think he's stupid probably depends on how much you agree or disagree with his takes. He's been in sports media for a long time, so he clearly knows how to keep an audience engaged. Then he said, put in this question. Is he overly optimistic? This is what ChatGPT said. Yeah, Steve Mason definitely leans toward the optimistic side, sometimes to the point where it feels delusional, especially with LA sports. So his takes can be pretty biased. If he's hyping up a team beyond reason, that's just kind of his thing.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Hey, it's D4. The best sports trips aren't just about the game. It's about the whole experience. With Absolute Sport, that experience is built around you. Whether it's an El Clasico match followed by a night in Madrid, oh yeah, or a company outing at the U.S. Open, they'll customize everything to fit your perfect trip. If your event has a ticket, they'll build a package around it. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your dream trip a reality.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rotolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going.
Yes! Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show, now mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
You know what?
What's up?
You said something that kind of just went in and didn't really land
That
until
we're going to the college basketball game tonight?
No,
SC
not-
versus UCLA? No?
Not that.
Okay.
You should go.
Yeah.
You should let me know how it ends up.
Or listen on our station.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, both are good options.
We should listen on the station. There you go.
So I went down to make a pit stop, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking, and what you said, it's like it just kind of dug its hole into my brain. There's no more football.
Yeah. It's over for a while.
What a drag.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is today's the day we usually do our picks, right? Thursdays. And we
Who
won't
won the picks?
Emily and
I won for the regular
Yeah.
season,
Yeah.
and Laura/Jorge won for the postseason.
All right.
And
Yeah.
so Laura/Jorge will figure out what we want for breakfast.
Okay.
And we're
Nice.
already going to go to Chili's for mine
Great.
once the gang is back together.
Excellent.
Nice.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
look, you know this better than I do, but you and me, Emily and Jorge, like when football season is on, we work every Sunday for basically 6 months.
Yes.
Right? It's just how it goes. And it is
glorious.
It's great.
Yes.
And we all love it. We all do it enthusiastically because we love the NFL. We love
Yes.
all this stuff. But when it ends, you're like, whoo, that extra day is
Oh,
a nice
yeah.
day to get back. And then it ends, and you're like, when does it start again?
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
It really
Yeah.
is nice to get that thing back all of a sudden.
Just perusing the interwebs, Andrew Siciliano.
Oh, yeah.
He
Love
tweeted
Andrew.
out something that Kellen Moore says that Derek Carr is the starter going forward. Tremendous starting quarterback. Fortunate to have him. We're excited to go through the process of building the roster. Would you hitch your wagon to Derek Carr?
Well, no, but I don't think that's what he's doing.
He didn't really. Yeah,
Right.
he didn't really say he's my
Right.
starter.
I
Yeah.
would not hitch my wagon to Derek Carr. Like if my coaching future were dependent on Derek Carr,
Yeah.
I'm keeping my resume in my back pocket.
Yeah.
But what else is he supposed
What's
to
the
say?
general consensus from people you know about Derek Carr?
He's okay.
Yeah, is Bergman there?
He's okay.
Bergman.
Yeah.
Derek Carr, thumbs up or down? Wait, look at that.
He's a Raider fan.
He
so
looked
I
like
understand.
Caesar.
But
Look,
keep in mind the year I forget. I'm bad at remembering it. He was on an MVP trajectory the year he broke his leg
until he broke his back.
Like,
right?
He broke
Yeah.
his back. Right. Like he had a great season.
Thumbs down on the dude that has a broken back. How
Yeah.
dare you, Greg Bergman?
He doesn't have a broken back now.
Oh, okay.
Right. No, I wouldn't want him.
How
If
many
you
years ago was that?
That was
been
a few
while.
years. It's been a while.
But what I'm getting at is if you said, hey, listen, the Rams couldn't come to a deal with Matthew Stafford and Derek Carr's the solution, I'd be like, ugh.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't like that at all.
As a bridge guy, sure.
yeah,
That's your
I mean,
only
it's-
option.
By the way, that was 2017.
Yeah.
17.
Kellen Moore's
Yeah.
coming in. It's like, this is the guy I'm going to have to play with next year. I'm going to at least try to pump the guy up.
I just think it's funny when they ask those guys those questions and they obviously can't answer them.
Yeah. You can't answer them
that's what I'm
honestly.
saying. Right. So you kind of have to dance around without making the guy mad and committing to him at the same time.
You have to play the game.
Yes.
You have
when
to
it's
play the
asked,
game.
you always look at like, I can't believe you asked me that. Yes.
And sometimes you know the answer. Like, look, he's our quarterback for now. That very clearly means I'm not a fan.
Well, yeah, anything outside of he's our guy.
Yeah,
you know what it is. Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
He's an outstanding.
I'm looking at Kellen Moore right now too. You know, he's doing his press conference, and we're watching the NFL Network, and he just looks like he should be having a vest on, walking down Wall Street, and getting a sweet green. Like he looks like a finance bro to me.
He does a little bit.
Not a coach of a team.
He was good.
At Boise State.
He was really good. Pop gun arm, but dude, he get that rock out of there.
Was he the quarterback that year they shocked Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl?
With the Statue of Liberty play. I
think
that
with
was
the
him.
little running back
the little
that
running
proposed
back
to his girlfriend.
right there. I think that was his run. He was
his?
really good, yeah.
All right, so they're going to roll with Carr. Aaron Rodgers is available. The Jets officially have informed him that the team's going to go in a different direction next year at quarterback, so he's no longer a part of the Jets' plans.
I think he's done.
You think he hangs it up?
I don't think anybody signs him.
Really?
Because we talked about this with Aaron Glenn, right?
Okay.
I think Aaron Glenn needs him because he's a veteran. Think about what happened in New England. 1 year out. So you need to win now, or at least show and improve in year one for Aaron Glenn. He said the only way I'll take him is if you show up in the offseason program and you do things right. And he said, no, I can't do that. Or stop going on McAfee. Nope, I'm going to keep doing it. Well, you can't follow team rules, so we have to let you go. What team signs him when he's telling you from the outset, I'm going to be a problem? I'm still going to be a problem. I have not changed. I destroyed the Jets. I will destroy you. Who signs him now?
Well, like the old adage goes, it only takes one.
Yeah.
Right? You only need one person to think, we can handle him. We can change him. We can that if he's in our building, we can get the most out of him. People tell themselves that all the time.
And it gets people fired.
I'm not saying it doesn't, but that does not prevent people from taking one more shot on talent. Talent always gets probably one more shot than it deserves.
Give me a coach. Give me a guy that would take a shot. Anybody. Go ahead.
I think that's an interesting one. I think the Raiders are kind of sort of interesting. I think if there's a way, and I'm not sure it could work out financially if he'd do it, Cleveland's kind of quasi-interesting.
Do you think Tomlin would do it and allow him to miss the offseason program?
Maybe not.
And go on McAfee?
I don't, but I also think that if Tomlin had a conversation with him, Tomlin might be able to explain to him why it's in his best interest to not do those things. That you know what I mean? Like I think it's not. If he's hard and fast in doing those, then your options are probably far more limited. But like you know this, there's a lot of teams out there that do stupid stuff.
Big time.
There's a lot of coaches that make bad decisions.
If I make this choice, I get fired.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He gutted the whole program.
But that assumes that if you just know you're going to get fired, you're not going to make a bad decision. They may be thinking, if I get him, I could go to the playoffs.
Well, I'm not risking my job for him.
It happens all the time.
But I don't trust him enough.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't either, but that doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't think of it like that.
Especially after what you just did to Robert Saleh. You're not doing that to me.
I get it.
Yeah.
I would not want him on my team, but if it's a guy like Pete Carroll's like looking around the room and going, none of these guys are very good. That guy still can do. He's smart. He's accomplished. He's experienced. All of those things.
We have to let him be him.
We will. Our best option is that guy.
And
Pete Carroll's not going to get fired in a year. He's not.
Jets are a bad organization, too. You can convince yourself that it's just the Jets, that no one will ever succeed in the Jets. Maybe if he's on the Raiders, the Steelers, the Vikings, it'll work.
If I'm Kellen Moore, no way.
Yeah.
If I'm Aaron Glenn, unless you follow my rules, no.
Aaron Glenn already said no.
Yeah, anybody, any first-year head coach, no.
I don't think his deal, for lack of a better word, is the thing that might keep him out. I think that he might be done is the thing that might keep him out.
Like done playing?
He just might not be your best option. I don't know if that's true or not, but because you look around, look at the Raiders. Use the Raiders as the example.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is better than anybody they have on that roster right now.
Definitely. You know, maybe
look at the Cleveland Browns. Aaron Rodgers is better than anybody on those. Tennessee, he's a better quarterback than anybody they have on that roster.
Maybe he sits, no one signs him, and he signs late.
Could be one of those situations.
Could be one of those, and then everybody loves him again. He comes in, saves the day.
I also wouldn't be surprised if he just said, you know what?
Peace out.
I'm
and
done.
Do what, though? That's what I'm saying. And do what?
But that's him, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to go on darkness retreats full time. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to be a TV producer. I'm going to become a musician. I'm going to write computer code. Like, he's such a iconoclast. He's just such a different sort of guy. Like, there is no sentence that would go, Aaron Rodgers announced today that he's going to start a blank that would make me go, no way.
If he started a church, Yeah,
I believe you.
Right, me too.
Yeah, like there's
Absolutely.
no thing you stick in that blank in that sense. They're like, no,
it's all in the dark, and it's ayahuasca. That's what they. Yes, but I'd be surprised if he stopped playing. He's still competitive.
I think he'll be on a team.
I don't know who signs him. I don't think anybody does.
I think it's a desperate team. A desperate team that thinks that, like we've been mentioning.
I mean,
thinks
so
they can change
desperate that you would have to wager your gig, because if you sign him and it goes south, you're going.
But man, they're not going to fire Pete Carroll after a year. They're not going to fire Mike Tomlin if it doesn't work. You know, those guys aren't going anywhere.
Maybe
they're not. I'd be really surprised
if it goes bad and it's ugly.
If it
and
goes
you
bad
knew this
and
you
ugly,
knew this coming in.
If it goes, let's use the Raiders as the example again. If it goes bad and it's ugly, they will cut ties with Aaron Rodgers at some point in the middle of the season. They will not fire Pete Carroll.
I hope not.
No. That just seems out of the realm of possibility.
That might actually work too. I don't know. Yeah,
like we come in, we believe this. This is an opportunity. And look, hey, this guy's even worse than we thought.
I wonder if
Get him out of the building.
I wonder if Pete would actually sign him.
Put it to you this way.
Yeah, I wonder if
I woke up tomorrow morning
yeah.
and the Raiders brought Aaron Rodgers in for an interview, or I'd be like, I believe
love the guy. I love his talent. I think he's one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. I would not want that dude in my building.
Nor would I. Nor would I. But that doesn't mean someone else wouldn't.
Yeah, that's true.
That doesn't mean someone else would. Cleveland is fascinating.
You cannot build a culture. You cannot.
Unless he has to fall in line, or it's like, you got to have your ownership on your side.
Yeah.
Look, he's the best player. He's a wild card. He might be radioactive. And if he is, we got to get him out fast.
Couldn't you see that coming through that Hard Knocks with the Jets? With Saleh? Couldn't you see this whole thing coming?
It was, you didn't need to be Kreskin to see that one coming.
Right.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers is a terribly manipulative and divisive individual.
He just happens to have a great right arm. Yes.
Great talent gets great exceptions.
Yes.
And he's that guy. And until
I can't wait to see
last
who does.
season, this was the first season where you watched him play, and it wasn't terrible, but it was like, oh, he might not be Aaron Rodgers anymore. And he was still okay.
Yeah.
He's still better than others. But last year he got hurt, so we couldn't really evaluate it. And when he was in Green Bay, he was still one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
No doubt. He still has talent. He can help you.
Yeah.
He can help you. It's just he will not conform.
He could. Okay, let's do this.
In a team sport, he stands out, and that's impossible.
I'm with you on that. But and I'm not saying he would be telling the truth, but what he could say is, listen, I kind of screwed up that New York thing a little bit. There's a lot of that's on me, but I also got to tell you, that thing is just...
Oh, you mean own it?
That's just a weird place over there. I should have done a better job. I want one last chance to go win some football games. I'm here to go to work.
That guy is dead.
I'm here to go to work.
Yeah, he is Kanye'd himself.
I agree with you. That doesn't mean somebody else won't believe it.
True.
People believe BS all the time. They believe it. Oh, because you know why they believe it? They want to.
They want to believe it.
They want to. Hey, he's telling me he won't go to Egypt and show up on TV every week.
And this guy craters your program and skips away with $35 million bucks.
That's a bad deal, and I'm a sucker for believing him. But what if he's telling the truth? Right? We all lie to ourselves. All right, back to the Dodgers, back to spring training. 33 days until opening day. We know who's going to pitch, but I got just a 1% concern? That's coming up next.
Okay.
It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. I have 0% concern when it comes to our friend Joseph S. Normand and the law offices of Joseph S. Normand, because the man is an expert. The man knows how it works, and if you get hurt in an accident, DeMarco, we both know who we're going to call.
You know, we haven't seen Joe for a while. I miss Joe. Don't you miss Joe? He's fun to hang out with. But you know why? He's busy. He's busy all the time for his clients. Accidents are devastating. The recovery process is difficult. No one should face it alone. No insurance company is ever on your side. Hear me on this. Anything you say to any insurance company can and will be used against you at any point throughout the process. Make sure you call Joe first.
Joe is on your team. The insurance company is on the insurance company's team, and he knows their place, and he knows how they operate, and he knows what they're trying to do, and he's going to make sure that you get what you're entitled to, not what they're offering. So call Joe if you're hurt in an accident, 213-747-2000, or you can go online at normandlegal.com. And DeMarco, when you call, who do you say called?
Travis and D4 and Chuck.
Mason and Ireland.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
It is a whole new vibe around this team. It is so fun to be around the Lakers right now.
The biggest show on the radio, weekdays at noon.
On 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This February, the Genesis Invitational heads to Torrey Pines in San Diego. Be there when moments become legendary. The roars echo through the trees, and champions rise. The Genesis Invitational welcomes the world's best golfers, including Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and more to Torrey Pines February 13th through 16th for the Genesis Invitational. This is where legends are made. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Looking to enhance your home with the latest in audio, video, and smart home technology? Don't go anywhere else but Mir Audio Video in Westwood. For over 40 years, Mir has specialized in all things smart home solution with companies like Lutron and Crestron. For innovation, reliability, do what we do. Choose Mir Audio Video. In light of the recent fires in L.A., Mir is here to assist, providing guidance to your insurance company as needed. Visit MirAudioVideo.com or call 310-234-4010 today.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I'm in a slump. My energy took a nosedive out of nowhere, and I just don't have the motivation to get things done.
You're over 40. Could be lower testosterone. Have you tried Nugenix Total T?
Nugenix, the testosterone booster on TV?
That's right. Look, I felt the same plunge in my energy after I turned 40, so I tried out Nugenix to see if it would help me.
Did Nugenix make a difference for you?
Night and day. My stamina is way up now. I'm building lean muscle at the gym. I'm totally back on my game. And you could be too. Just send a text to Nugenix. They'll send you a complimentary bottle so you can try it for yourself.
Text CUT to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text CUT to 321-321. That's CUT to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
You ready for your next Anthony Rendon fun fact of the day?
Yes, please.
All right. Anthony Rendon will not play this year for the Angels. It's very likely he will miss the entire season because of his latest hip injury, his rehab, and he needs to get surgery and all that stuff.
Wow.
So by the time this season ends, he will have been eligible to have played 6 seasons in Major League Baseball for the Angels. He will have 6 of his 7 years will have come off the books by the time he's done. He has played in 6 seasons 257 games.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Do you know how many games he will have missed by the time this season is over and he will have played in none of them? Again, keep in mind, he played in 257.
How many?
613.
Like I said, I would make him show up in person to pick up this check.
It's at this point I would like to remind you that he makes nearly $40 million per year, and he is still one of the highest paid players in baseball.
I would pay you in pennies. Unwrapped pennies.
Played 257, will have missed 613. And by the way, has vocally said many, many times that baseball is not interesting to him. He has no passion for it.
Do you think he's gaming the system, or is he really hurt?
I think, and I'm going to be serious for a second.
Yeah.
I think that's a super, super serious question to ask.
Yes.
And I think it's fair to ask about
Okay.
him. I would be incredibly reluctant to ask that of almost any athlete ever, because like your pain, I don't know what your pain is. I don't know what it is. I think it's a fair question.
Some people stop when it hurts.
I think that's a fair question.
Yeah. It's pain and injury, right? Injury means you can't go.
Mm-hmm.
Pain means it just hurts.
It hurts.
Right.
Yeah.
Aren't you expected to go through pain?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like you can play hurt, you can't play injured.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some people stop when it hurts.
257. 613.
How much are they paying him again?
$38.5 million a year.
Well, to get that, you...
And by the way, just real quick, not to cut you off, they owe him $38.5 million next year,
You would have had to have been great at one point to get a deal
He
like
was
that.
good.
Yeah.
He was really good. Like, but close to great. Like, he was really, really good.
He just decided to pull a heist on the Angels.
I don't know what happened, but he was certainly...
Or he's just the most unlucky guy in the world.
Ted Williams fought World War III for 3
Oh,
years.
my God.
World War II for 3 seasons,
Wow.
and still played more games over a 5-year stretch.
Some dudes just can't stay healthy. It
Yeah,
is what it is.
It is a Live Nation Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN. Listen during Mason and Ireland. Listen during Sedano and Cap for the cue to call. And if you are caller number 7 at 877-710 ESPN, you will win 2 tickets to the Outlaw Music Festival. We're talking Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, Billy Strings, Sierra Hall, all live at the Hollywood Bowl. It's coming up on May 16th, or you can get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. All right, DeMarco, you ready for this?
Sure.
The Dodgers obviously are loaded with pitchers. Yes, we know this. They are almost to, you said it, I think, an embarrassment of riches. You said that, right?
Yes.
And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. We're going to put the relievers in a separate bucket. We're not even going to talk about those guys because they got a bunch of ace relievers too. Here's what's going on with their starting pitching, right? And I know that they are incredibly loaded in starters. There's really only one guy in their entire, stable of starting pitchers that does not have not only a question mark, but I think a pretty fair question mark attached to them coming into the season.
Only one guy that
only
doesn't
one
have?
that does not have a...
Like an injury question mark?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's Blake Snell.
But you've got so many, you could stagger them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, but kind of listen to this. So Snell is the one guy that I think has been, for most of his career, been a workhorse, been pretty healthy, takes the ball, really good pitcher, and I expect him to be a really good pitcher.
Wasn't he the start of this? This is crazy. We're signing Blake Snell.
It was that was one of those. Wait, he signed with the Dodgers?
This is the beginning. Yeah. Okay.
So Snell over here. Here's the rest of their potential starting rotation. Okay. Yamamoto, who will probably pitch that first game in Japan, missed a big chunk of last season with an injury.
Right.
Okay, so he has never made it through a full season without missing a big chunk. And I know it's one, but he missed a few months last year. Okay? Tyler Glasnow has literally been injured every single season he has pitched in Major League Baseball.
Yes.
He's terrific. When he pitches, he's terrific, but he gets hurt a lot. So it is not only not unreasonable to think he will. The surprise would be is that he would not.
Okay.
So he's got real injury concerns. Shohei Ohtani is coming back from his second elbow surgery.
Yeah.
That's a real question
I would
mark.
almost omit him from this list.
Okay, but he's another one.
Yes.
They're hoping he's going to pitch. He's coming back from a second elbow operation, a significant elbow operation. Roki Sasaki is completely green, unproven, and does not have a long history of professional success and has never pitched in this league. Okay, that's a lot of question marks on the back end of it. Tony Gonsolin is coming back from an arm reconstruction, right? He is another one that is coming back from that. Dustin May is coming back from his second arm reconstruction. Bobby Miller just had the worst year of his baseball playing life last year, and Clayton Kershaw is really, really old.
Are you trying to caution me?
No, I'm just saying that this is, and I know how many guys did I say? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys.
Yeah.
Not all 9 guys are going to have something go wrong. But 8 of those 9
or not
guys.
all at the same time.
I got you. But 8 of those 9 guys have real injury concerns coming in. And it's they're going to go to the playoffs. They're going to win 100 games. I'm not trying to say, hey, this isn't. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is all of these guys come with real buts, with the exception of Snow.
Yeah, are you just trying to caution me on the year?
I'm just
or
saying that
it's
the
not
idea
all
that
sunshine and lollipops?
that they're going to go out there and win, 120 games like people are telling me. It's like, hold on a second.
Well,
a lot of these guys are going to have lots of time on the rack.
You still haven't talked me off that ledge because you could stagger all these guys. They're not all going to break down at the same time. Granted,
Correct.
they're all going to have their issues.
Yep.
And if you do it right, which I assume they will.
That part I would push back on because I don't know if anybody knows how to. If anybody knew how not to get guys hurt, nobody would get hurt. Every pitching,
but they're not going to start out hurt.
No, I don't. Well,
that's
who
what
knows?
I'm saying. So
it
I'll
happens
pitch
all the time.
I'll pitch Yamamoto, and if something goes wrong, I'll pitch him here. If something goes wrong, I'll pitch him here.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got enough arms. I mean, it's still not enough to say you're not going to win 120 games.
Yeah, they're not going to win 120 games. I will. Bank
Okay,
that
119.
all day long. Nah, you know what I think the number is? Honestly?
117.
No, you know what I really think it is?
What is it?
I really think it's like 12 or 13.
112, 113?
I think it's right in there.
Okay.
I think it's right.
We're still talking about something miraculous.
Of course,
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
But I think and where I'm headed with this is I think because, to your point, that the Dodgers are really smart and they're very cautious, and because they are so flush with options, you're going to see a weird, and I don't mean weird in a bad way, we've never seen it this way before, the way that they're going to operate their pitching staff. Like before, it's, okay, here are my 5 guys. You all take your turn every 5th day until one of you get hurt, and then we're going to go find another guy. We'll slide him in. You got 8 of these guys, 9 of these guys. You're not going to have a 9-man rotation. That's not going to be how it goes.
The only way I see where this goes bad is if you get all these guys pitching and you figure out the rotation and they stay healthy. They just stink. Which won't happen, but just what I'm saying, they're healthy and just not pitching well.
Yeah.
2 out of the 3 could be healthy and not pitch well.
Yeah.
And that could be a problem. But it's still not enough.
Still got enough.
Right.
Yeah. I'm curious how they use the IL or IR or whatever it is in baseball, how you manipulate when you got 8 guys. And let's say they're all kind of sort of healthy. They're all like, how do you use them all? And then when some guys
I've
do
been
go
asking
down,
you that for
how do you
months.
slide them back in?
Yeah.
And I think you're going to see them get incredibly creative. Look at the way that they did it in the postseason last year, where they were just kind of figuring it out on the fly. They were doing bullpen games. They had openers. They were bringing in Michael Kopech, who I thought was their most unhittable guy other than Blake Trinan, in weird innings. Like, why is he in the game in the 3rd inning? Like, this doesn't – and they just kind of reinvented the way that they did it. I think they're going to do the same thing with their starting pitching where, wait, Yamamoto is just going to not pitch for a couple weeks, or Ohtani might not pitch for a couple months, and just shut guys down in different ways, and that not because they're hurt or ineffective, but just, hey, we got to stagger these guys just so they're ready to go by the time you get to September and
That's
October.
what I'm saying. It's going to take some work, but I mean, it's a lot of pitches. But like you said, still, if you're trying to get me to say "Whoa, Nelly" or hold my horses a little bit, it's still not. I mean, it's still ridiculous.
You know what they don't get?
What?
That they do not get the, hey man, we just got wiped out.
No,
nope, not with this many.
You are wiped out proof with this many arms.
As close as you could get.
Yes.
Yeah.
Outside of something catastrophic happening to everyone at the same time.
And by the way, even if all of their pitchers went south, like you said, they just none of them pitch well. They're all healthy. They just
that could happen. Yeah.
They're still going to score 8 runs a game.
Probably. Yeah. Probably.
What do you think the number is for them to win games?
What's the record again?
116.
Okay, somewhere close to that. 113 sounds about right.
I think it's between 10 and 15.
Give or take 3 or 4.
How high did they get? 2 years ago? Was it 107?
11.
Yeah. I mean, and where's the hole?
There isn't one.
Right.
The whole is baseball's weird, and that's for everybody. That's not just them. That everybody's got to deal with that.
But even mortal teams have to deal with it, and they don't have nearly as much talent. That's what I'm saying.
No, they got guys that are all stars. They're going to be batting 9th and pitching 5th in the rotation or 6th in the rotation or whatever they do. They're going to be pulling guys off the bench to come into games in the middle that have made all-star teams. They're going to have guys that have won Cy Young awards and MVPs taking time off just because they can.
Watch.
It's crazy.
World Series parades for you are going to be passé.
I hope so.
I went last year.
Yamamoto and Sasaki in Japan, it looks like. They said Yamamoto's going to pitch the first game, which everybody knew. But that they're going to go Sasaki in game 2 if he's ready. They kind of thrown that caveat in there. But, okay.
He kind of has to pitch, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Part of the show.
Yeah.
And it's early.
It
Just
is.
go out there and do what you do.
And
yeah.
Shota Imanaga, I believe his name, Imanaga is going to pitch for the Cubs in that opening
The other
game.
guy sounded like a wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good. He's really short and kind of a little chubby, but he's awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What
Can't
did you
wait
say
for him.
about Japan? No, you said something about Japan, Emily. What did you say about Japan?
I don't
Something
know.
about Japan and pitching in baseball. I can't remember what it was. Don't overvalue Japan. What did you say?
Oh, Korea. Oh, no, I know what it was.
It was interesting.
She was saying that Yamamoto was really bad in Korea last year.
Yeah, he got shelled
and
last year in Korea, so
everybody's
don't
like,
overvalue
hey,
that.
what?
Don't overvalue Japan. That's what you
Like
said.
if he goes out there, like he could go out there and strike out 10 guys, doesn't mean he's going to strike out 10. He could go
Because
out there and
there's-
give up 10 hits.
Is that what you meant?
Because there's extenuating circumstances. I didn't say that right, but that you're traveling to Japan, you're revving up really quickly. Doesn't mean so if you pitch poorly in Japan, doesn't mean that he's going to be a poor pitcher in the United States. Vice versa.
See,
this
context
season.
matters. I thought she meant people from Japan can't play baseball.
No.
Like, don't overvalue Japan.
I think we've decided that that's not
But
true.
she said it on the way out the door.
Yeah.
I'm so glad. Okay.
That is not what my intention was. I'm sorry that
Shohei
the
Ohtani
Japanese
seems
people.
pretty good. Ichiro seemed pretty good. I mean, I don't know. Those guys seem
I
like
value
You
Japan
meant
highly.
You meant the first game in Japan,
Yeah,
the first
the-
series in Japan.
the March
Don't
games.
overvalue
That's
what
so
happens
weird, man.
there.
You fly literally around the world, play a couple of games, hop on the plane, and fly
That's
home.
nuts. I know.
That's a
But
long way.
fun, though.
Rams are going to do it.
That's fun. You get to grow the game and enjoy that.
Oh, yes.
And it's you get off the plane
Baseball,
onto a bus.
Baseball is pretty darn healthy in Japan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much they're growing it. Like if you went to China, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Chinese don't play a lot of baseball. Japan loves baseball.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And you're sitting on a plane,
Yeah.
and I assume the plane is nice.
It's probably nice.
Of course.
Go ask Clayton Kershaw
That's
how that
what I'm
trip
saying.
to Australia went.
Was it bad? Horrible?
His back has just kind of never ever sort of been the same.
Wow.
And I'm not saying that's what it was. I'm saying maybe it was a
How
coincidence.
tall is he? 6'5"?
6'5".
Oh, well, okay. That's you.
He's a big guy.
Yeah. That's a lot to
He's a
fold
big
into
guy.
a seat. Yeah.
Yeah. Not anymore. I just get it nice and narrow. Nice and narrow. Fact Caps coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. 833-3 Next Gen. You know that number by now, right? The official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of all of us SoCal sports fans. That's the number for Next Gen. And right now, Next Gen is offering ESPN LA listeners a special deal to help you enjoy cleaner, safer air all year long. Right now, for a limited time, Los Angeles homeowners can get a whole home air purifier that's worth $1,250 free with any heating or AC installation. That's right. You can protect your home and loved ones with cleaner, safer air while enjoying top-notch heating and cooling, right? We're talking lifetime warranties, financing options, 5-star service, which is off the charts fantastic, and same or next day availability. So don't wait. Call right now. 833-3NEXTGEN. That's 833-3 NEXGEN to start breathing cleaner, safer air tomorrow.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
Well, I think the intimation is that this is now Luka's team.
But is that an argument? Like, there's
no, it's not an argument. I'm saying to
I don't
you.
know why everyone's jumping on you.
I know. I think
right
this
now.
is. I think it's
Why-
out of line,
Beto's
and I
in
think
the
it's
corner
unprofessional.
laughing
Yeah.
at you
Right,
in your face.
Right. I don't care
and
what Beto
George
says.
is just berating you.
Right, berating me
over
as
here.
usual. It's ridiculous.
I mean, what?
It's
Jeez,
insane.
guys.
Come on, relax, will ya?
Sedano and Cap today at 3 p.m.
On 710 ESPN.
Ticket Thursday alert. Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, Billy Strings, and Sierra Hull. All live at the Hollywood Bowl for the Outlaw Music Festival on May 16th. Tickets are on sale now, but you can win yours right here. This Ticket Thursday on ESPN LA, we're hooking up listeners with 4 pairs of tickets to see these legendary artists take the stage. Tune in Thursday for your cue to call and win. The Outlaw Music Festival, May 16th. Willie, Dylan, Billy Strings, Sierra Hull. Presented by Live Nation. Don't miss it.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Cap here. Here's the scenario.
Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Switching to Progressive is a game-winning call. And that reminds us of other game-winning calls in the history of sports.
So it was the fourth quarter and we're down by 5. Sweat pouring down my face. Suddenly it hit me. If only I could wrap part of the towel around my forehead. And that's how I became the first basketball player to wear a headband.
Okay, not really a game-winning call, but it was a good call. You can make one too. Switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Buongiorno.
Hi.
Yeah, hey.
There
Yeah,
we go.
hey.
Okay. So February 13th brings up 2 thoughts in me related to sitcoms that I love.
I bet I know one.
One of them is Parks and Recreation
Yep.
with Galentine's Day,
Yep.
which was a holiday invented by that show to celebrate the female friendships in your life.
Was that the first time that was a thing? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
For that show.
Galentine's Day?
Yeah.
Never
You go
heard
out
of
to
that.
lunch
Yeah.
with or
Interesting.
breakfast with your gal pals and you celebrate female friendship. So that's Galentine's Day. The second is this clip from The Office, and it's Kelly and Ryan speaking in this clip.
Now I have a boyfriend.
All right. I hooked up with her on February 13th.
And then he's pulling out his hair, and he's like, how did I do that on February 13th? So it gets me thinking.
Wow.
You can't go on a first date on February 13th. Travis Factor Cap.
Oh, Cap.
Whoa.
I think you can.
You can't go on
I think you can. Look, it's
well, yeah.
It's a little interesting, but you could do it. Look, there comes a point when you hit a certain age when all the nonsense is nonsense. And I like you. Hey, I'm free on Thursday night, like
No
tonight.
rules. No
Are you
rules.
free? Yeah, I'm free on Thursday. Okay, let's go out. But it's the 13th. I better. No, just go out with that person.
Yeah. I like that.
DeMarco?
That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, Cap, you can have a first date on the 13th. I do draw the line. You can't break up with somebody on the 13th.
Yeah, that's not cool.
That's not fair. That's not cool. If they made it that far, you got to at least get through Valentine's Day. After.
I agree. There are certain times you can't break up with someone. You can't break up around the holidays. You have to be very specific. You can't break up on the 14th or the 13th. Or it's honestly the best time to do it because all your friends then commiserate with you.
Yeah, just rip that Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
Okay, extended question.
I'm sorry. Well, hold on. Are you a good Valentine gift giver?
Well, yeah, it depends.
Okay.
It's like the same gift every year.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it
chocolates and flowers.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And your love.
Yeah.
And me.
And your ever undying devotion.
They remind me of that every. Yes, thank you very much.
Do you get your daughter something for Valentine's
Oh yeah,
Day?
same thing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, extended question. Can you have a first date on the 14th of February?
On Valentine's Day?
I'll give you the same
thing?
answer.
Same thing?
I'll
Yeah,
give you
you
the same
can.
answer.
Yeah.
Okay. just
And
thinking.
you can always make a joke out of it, right? Like, oh, this
Yeah.
is kind of weird. This
Yeah.
At least we'll have a story to tell, or we'll have a story to tell.
Yeah,
One or the other.
And then, 10 years from now, who knows?
Right.
Okay, so tomorrow, also, in addition to being Valentine's Day, it is going to be the Eagles championship parade through
boy.
Philadelphia. Is your son going to go?
No, he
Okay.
can't. He can't go. But I was on the phone with him yesterday, DeMarco, and he went down to Broad Street the night they won.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Are they having fun?
Whoa.
Good.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
Yeah.
But got me thinking, Valentine's Day, Eagles championship parade.
Oh.
There will be a lot of children named Saquon or Cooper born in the city of Philadelphia in about 9 months. DeMarco, fact or cap?
I'll go fact. That'll be interesting. All
right,
Saquon Rogers.
Yep. Yeah. Look. So
Cooper
in
Rogers.
the Rogers house, we're probably going to pick Cooper. We might pick. I don't know if Devontae
Blake
or
and Jalen.
Saquon are at the top of
Jalen
the
Rogers.
list.
Come
Jalen
on.
would work. You could do Jalen. I think Jalen would be all right.
Do you know a white Jalen?
No. But put it to you this way: I do not. But if I met a white guy named Jalen,
You would
it
look at him
wouldn't-
funny.
No, but if I got a Devontae or a
That too,
Saquon, that
yeah.
would be a little more surprising. Like Jalen's kind of mainstream now. Like there's a
Okay.
million Jalen's. Like Jalen feels mainstream.
I
Do you
don't
think
know a
there'll
white
be
Jalen.
children named Kelsey? Like their
Yes.
first, that's a
For
boy,
sure.
like
Definitely.
spelled like the Kelsey brothers.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely
yeah,
yes.
not like the woman.
Yes.
Kelsey.
It's boy and girl, Kelsey.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so the
A white Devontae.
No, that would be like. So hey, nice to meet you. Hey, I'm Devontae. David, Don.
Right.
Yeah, there's no way you said Devontae.
Right.
just go by Davey.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So Julia Louis-Dreyfus was named by Variety as the #1 television performance of the century for her role as Selena Meyer on the show Veep. I agree. I think that it was a fantastic performance, and their top 10 has a mix of comedy, drama, male, female, etc. But my statement is, you only see Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Elaine from Seinfeld. Travis, fact or cap?
Sadly, it's a fact because she's a wonderful actor and she's really funny and she's terrific in almost everything she does. And I love Veep. I thought she was great as Selena Meyer. She was really funny. And the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, Elaine's great in this.
Yeah.
It's just such an iconic role, and she was so great at it. And it was, it might be the greatest sitcom in the history of television.
Mm-hmm.
It was exactly in my sweet spot of TV viewing.
Seinfeld was.
She's Elaine Bennis, and that doesn't mean she's not great in all this other stuff. And I'm a huge fan of hers, but yeah,
She won a Emmy every single year for the run of Veep.
Yeah,
Every year
Really?
she won the Emmy for Best Lead
Didn't
Actress
know
in a
that.
Comedy.
It's
Just
hilarious.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I'll have to go fact. I just saw her in a movie called Downhill about
yeah.
the dude that ran away with the avalanche coming at his family.
Right. That's the American version of the French movie we're talking about.
Played by Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, hilarious.
Yeah.
Him, funny.
They're both so funny.
But
yeah.
my wife was like, hey, that's the girl from Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
And,
yeah.
and you know what else? Part of it is, and this is a compliment to her as well. She still looks so good. And I don't know how old she was. She was in Seinfeld, probably her late 20s, early 30s, and now she's probably in her 60s. I'm assuming. She still looks amazing.
Yeah.
So you're like, it's not like, oh my God, Elaine got old. It's like she still looks like Elaine.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I have one more for you too. So Colleen Hoover is the author who made the movie or made the book It Ends With Us, which is what started the whole Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni drama. She has since now, on her social media, scrubbed both Blake and Justin. So if you look at Colleen Hoover, she used to have pictures with the two of them. Now she's gone back, deleted all of them, and has also joined in some of these lawsuits. Got me thinking, you have ever scrubbed someone from your socials? Gone back, actively, proactively deleted this person from your socials. DeMarco, fact or cap?
Cap. Did you? No.
So I don't
No
use
idea.
social media a ton, and by the time social media was a thing, I was an adult, and I knew better than to put anything on there that I would have to go back and like be. No, I just Not really.
You can scrub people from your social?
You can delete them from your you can go back and delete photos and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you scrub me? Is that what you're saying? You scrubbed me from your social?
Let's do charades.
Are you talking like ex-boyfriends and girlfriends and things like that?
Ex-friends. So, like, for example, let's hope this never happens. You and your best bud G-Fish have a huge falling out or something, and you can just delete him off of these photos.
I would not do that.
It would never happen because you and G-Fish are best buds.
We're pals, but no. Like, it's a good example. I'm not. I don't. That stuff doesn't have enough value to me to have it be a thing that I would have to go back and erase.
Yeah. You ever torn a picture in half?
No, I've had the same girlfriend since
very
I was in the
dramatic.
10th grade, dude.
It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
It has.
Tear the
Okay.
picture in half?
One thing about that, so have you guys seen the movie The Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah.
Once a million years ago.
The idea, though, that these twins find out that their parents are their parents because they each had a half of this photo. Like, come on.
See?
That's too dramatic.
There you go.
What are we doing here?
It's Chekhov's gun. Right?
There you go.
Chekhov's photograph.
Yeah,
that's gonna have to
exactly.
come
They
together
had to have
at
that
some point.
picture in the movie for a reason.
Anyway, well, that's Factor Cap.
George Reeves?
George Reeves.
Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't do anything else because when he
okay.
came on screen, people said, hey, that's Superman.
Yeah,
That was Christopher.
James
Yeah,
Gandolfini.
both Reeves.
both of them. Okay.
Yeah, both of them.
James
Yeah.
Gandolfini. That's
one.
Tony. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Same thing.
That's like the blessing and the curse.
Yes.
Because if you suck in one of those roles, we forget about it immediately. It's
Right.
like, oh, that's that guy from that thing.
You're
but
too good.
Tony
Yes.
Soprano shows up in a movie, you're like, oh, that's Tony. And
Or
even if you go
Elaine
back,
shows up.
Yeah, you go back to like a Gandolfini movie or TV show that he made before The Sopranos.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look, young Tony.
Young Tony.
Yeah.
There
Well,
he is.
I was thinking too. So I'm doing my Mad Men rewatch, and Elizabeth Moss was one of the top 3 performances on this variety list that I mentioned with Julia Louis-Dreyfus. But John Hamm, Elizabeth Moss, everyone else from that show basically hasn't worked a ton.
The only one I would throw
Christina
in,
Hendricks.
Christina and Roger Sterling.
Yeah,
I
but
forget
not
his
like
real name.
you don't see him in
not,
everything.
Not a ton,
you know?
but he's in stuff.
But like you would think January Jones, you would think Megan Paré,
Love January Jones.
and where is she?
That's that Barry
I don't
White
know.
voice again.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Love her.
You go that Barry White voice.
Huge fan. Yeah, and what was the other one you said? January Jones and who?
Jessica Paré, who plays Megan.
Oh, yeah, she was in Hot Tub Time Machine.
Well,
Yes.
I think it happened around the same time though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I like Hot Tub Time Machine. Factor Cap is brought to you by Joseph S. Normand. You got a lot of choices in your legal team, but family always comes first with Joe, and that's a fact. 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000. The law office of Joseph S. Normand. Online, normandlegal.com. One more time, 213-747-2000. I don't like what I'm seeing, that every time I click on an NFL story, Matthew Stafford's picture is in it with a big question mark next to it.
Brace yourself.
Uh-oh. That's next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
This is Los Angeles.
The city of angels.
It's Hollywood.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglax. That's flylax.com/transforminglax.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I'm in a slump. My energy took a nosedive out of nowhere, and I just don't have the motivation to get things done.
You're over 40. Could be lower testosterone. Have you tried Nugenix Total T?
Nugenix, the testosterone booster on TV?
That's right. Look, I felt the same plunge in my energy after I turned 40. So I tried out Nugenix to see if it would help me.
Did Nugenix make a difference for you?
Night and day. My stamina's way up now. I'm building lean muscle at the gym. I'm totally back on my game. And you could be too. Just send a text to Nugenix. They'll send you a complimentary bottle so you can try it for yourself.
Text CUT to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text CUT to 321-321. That's CUT to 321-321. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
We will not let the old man in.
I got bad news for you.
What?
He already is in here because I can tell you a story about something that happened to both of us today. We both did the exact same thing at the both same time.
Stop it. I'm not doing it.
Laura comes in with something on her phone and hands it to me and says, "Is this true?" And I took the phone out of her hand, and what the first thing I did is I looked for my glasses so I could read what was on her phone.
I thought you were going to enlarge it.
Then she went to you and handed it to you, and the first thing you did was hold on a second, looked around, took your glasses off the desk and put them on your face.
I looked. I'm like, I don't have a shot. Give me my glasses. I can't see
I'm
that.
Just saying
no, I refuse to let the old man in. You know what? I may go like with Isaac Bruce. Isaac Bruce wants to have another baby right now.
Said.
I think I might do the same thing.
Is he our age?
He's a little bit younger. I think he's 51, 52.
Okay,
yeah.
same.
He wants to have another child. I may do the same thing. Keep him young. That's right.
Little Saquon?
Why not? Little Saquon.
Saquon
there you
Farr.
go.
It's
Little
not
Saquon Farr.
That's not bad.
Saquon Jalen Farr. How about that? Scores touchdowns and he's got a nice club.
A Ram. Well, you're Farr, so you got the Ram
there
in there.
You go.
Okay,
you're Kelsey Farr because if it's a girl.
You can't do no Kelsey Farr. No. This is funny. This just came. I hope Rodgers signs with the Rams after trading Stafford and watch Travis and DeMarco go nuts. You know what? If he signs here, I think it's the same as Aaron Glenn. You're going to have to do what's required of you.
But okay,
you don't get the run of the shop here.
The Rams have done a really interesting is the wrong word.
Yeah,
the Rams don't do a lot of noisy guys, and
not too many.
And the handful of air quote noisy guys that they've had when they've gotten here, they haven't been particularly noisy.
True,
like OBJ was not noisy here. Jalen Ramsey was not particularly noisy here.
Yeah,
right. They came in, they played great ball, and they went on.
You
to
don't
the next
get to
spot.
overshadow the brand.
No, no, and Sean McVay would handle Aaron Rodgers no problem because it would be one of these.
But you'd have to be all in on the off-season program.
100%.
He's going to need you there.
And let's say he comes in and he does the off-season program and he's following the rules, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Aaron Rodgers is it, and he just decides that he's going to go do what it is he does.
Right.
McVay, done.
Yeah,
I just believe that he would not if he would.
Yeah.
Try to fix it, and if it weren't fixable, we're moving on.
And the other you got plenty of time on your own time in the offseason to do whatever you want to do. When it's football time, it's football time. I don't know how you prepare to play, to get ready to play as a team when your quarterback isn't there.
I don't either.
You know what I mean?
I don't either.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
And this is why every time I flip open my laptop or open up my phone and see Matthew Stafford's picture, I hold my breath.
Why?
Because everything right now, and here's
real, man.
I know it is. I know it is.
Yep.
And I can't quite. I like to do this, and I think I'm relatively good at it. Is why is this story here? Who's the source behind this story, and what are they actually trying to get done? Right?
Right.
Which of these two sides is actually trying to set the tone for this negotiation? And I'm not quite sure. Because it's in both of their best interest to remain in the relationship.
Right.
Nobody wants to embarrass the other side because that's not good, but they both want what they want. The Rams don't want to have to pay, a premium tax to keep him here.
Right.
And Matthew Stafford wants to be paid commensurate with his level of play. I can't quite figure out where this stuff is coming from.
He's got almost close to max leverage. I mean, he's got teams that want him.
That's true.
He's being rumored at other spots. He played his butt off. You saw the way he ended the year.
100%.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. This is a true business negotiation.
It absolutely is, but it's not 100-0. I'm not saying it's 50-50. It's not 50-50.
You can always say, pound sand, we'll go this direction.
Yes, and that's not in the Rams' best interest. And Matthew Stafford going, well, I'll go take the money from the Giants. It's not in his best interest.
And watch what I do with them, or I'll go take the Raiders' money.
Right.
Yes.
I cannot quite figure out who's going to be the one to blink in this.
Well, I hope cooler heads
somebody
prevail.
will.
Because if you stay, like you said, you've already built up equity here. You're poised to make a run. You have a young defense that you don't really have to pay for the next year and a half.
Couple of years, yeah.
And they're only going to get better. Where else can you find an environment like this? Plus, I love you. This is me if I'm McVay. Plus, I love you. So you get the perks, the veteran perks that most people don't get. Can you
throw this in the negotiation?
Yeah.
You know what it's like to be on a bad team, man.
Yeah.
Do you really want to go do that again?
Yes.
I know you're going to get your money, and we're going to try to do the best we can with money, but I can't quite get there. We're going to do the best we can. You really want to go be on a bad team again?
That's what I'm saying. And I'd have this conversation on the beach.
Yeah.
When it's nice and warm outside.
And Cabo,
Right.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. Just a point of clarification, just so I'm not misunderstanding. It would have to be a trade, correct? It wouldn't be just that Stafford signing somewhere. So it has to have two parties that agree. And I feel it's more difficult than just, hey, trying to convince Matthew to stay. Like, you could get something back for Matthew. That's why the Rams could listen to something.
I mean, he could call his shot. Yeah.
The Giants have the number 3 pick.
Okay.
And
but what I'm saying is if the Giants want to trade the number 3 pick,
who does that net you though? Which guy?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
And I don't know if any of the quarterbacks that are available this year are guys that I want to hang my hat on forever and ever.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's still the number 3 pick in the draft. You could probably get a guy that's going to be a pretty darn good player for a very long time, even if it's not a quarterback.
Yes.
And then get a quarterback a different way, another season. Matthew Stafford.
Is there a guy you got to get into the top 3 to have, or can you get somebody similar?
I'm not Mel Kiper. I don't know. But what I'm saying is Matthew Stafford is 37 years old.
Yeah.
This is a win now proposition. This is not a long-term play.
If you traded him, you could actually explain that, and it would make sense.
Yeah.
He's 36, going to be 37. Yeah. We had to change gears. You could sell that, obviously. And if you have any questions, I just keep pointing to the coach.
They can
still have him. Yes,
that's it. I think they can sell all of this. However, this ends up shaking out. Let's say, let me rephrase: if he leaves, if Matthew Stafford is not on this team next year, you can sell that, and I think you can sell it pretty well. Everybody knows you'd rather have him than not have him.
Yeah,
but I think people, at least a lot of fans, understand the economics to a point. To where, look, he's 37. He's going to make $55 million. We can't do that right now. I think they'd get that. We can spend this money on Jared Verse. We can spend this money on these other guys that we have to go get. We're going to go get a bridge quarterback that's going to allow us. We got Sean McVay on the sidelines.
No doubt.
Everything he's touched has turned to gold. We're going to continue to do that. You could sell that.
Yes. Trade him, get the 3rd pick, trade the 3rd pick, get more picks. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, keep flipping.
Why not? Yeah. I mean,
we've seen worse.
It's not a dead end. It would be a disappointment, but it's not like now what?
God, I think you're just that close. If you could go one more time, run it back one more time with this group, with that guy at quarterback.
I'd like to try it one more time.
Me too.
I would for
sure.
Me
too. But how much does that cost?
All right, the PGA Tour. Yeah, it's not my money. The PGA Tour is heading back to Torrey Pines for the 2025 Genesis Invitational. Listen to our show all week long for your cue to call. And when you hear it, you want to be caller number 7. You know the number by now, 877-710-ESPN. And you can win a 4-pack of general admission tickets to the Genesis Invitational. Scotty Scheffler is playing, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Colin Morikawa, some of the best players in the world, and more at a signature event. You can also buy your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com. All right, so if he is gone, who is next? I think that's the biggest question
You're
of all.
a Jennifer Connelly fan, right?
I'm offended.
What movie is that from? What movie is that from?
A Career Opportunities.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
I even know what video you're showing.
okay.
Yeah. That's
just
when
got sent to
they
me.
get like trapped in a Walmart overnight or Target or whatever.
What
it
he
is.
says is, "I get it, Trev." Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody gets
Different
it.
topic.
She's beautiful.
Sorry.
She's beautiful.
Go
What are
ahead.
you going to do? It's coming up. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Rotolo Chevrolet, Dealer of the Year, year after year after year. I'm not going to say year after year 13 times, but that's how many times they've won it. Dealer of the Year 13 times in a row, and they've done it by following the game plan every single time. Mike Capozio sets the agenda, and that is make sure that everybody that shows up at Rotolo Chevrolet has the customer experience of their life. And that goes from the moment you step on the lot at Rotolo Chevrolet. Right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit, you absolutely can't miss it. The sea of Silverados, all the Chevy cars and trucks. So if you've been thinking about picking up that Silverado, picking up that new Chevy, get yourself to Rotolo Chevrolet. Right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit, right there. And if you can't go in, then go online. ROTOLO, RotoloChevy.com. And whether you go in or go online, make sure that they know that Travis sent you in.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food.
His 70s. That's the magic number.
You're Pete Carroll.
I am. I'm Pete Carroll.
There you go.
I'm like a kid out here.
World's oldest Gen Zer at this point.
Yeah, no, exactly. World's oldest.
We want you here, Ireland. That's all that matters. We want you here.
We'll see how much.
We should do the entire negotiation on the radio.
Should we get everybody involved?
Yeah, get everybody involved.
Idea.
Yeah.
Steve Mason and John Ireland today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part, they accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Oh, down in the rinse change. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side. You're in the far Let's side. Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I'm
All right.
still want to take the bus, but go ahead.
I have, and this isn't a dilemma, but I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to solve this particular issue. I'm going on a short road trip this weekend. We're going to go up to San Luis Obispo and see Michael for the weekend.
Okay.
And we're going to be making our way back on Sunday late afternoon, early evening. We're stopping to see my mom and dad who live up in that part of the world.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm going to get to see the SNL thing on Sunday night.
Oh, no. Oh,
and
sorry,
and
man.
I have it on my
Yeah.
DVR. Will grab it at home. I don't have to worry about that.
The same.
I know. That's what I'm getting at. And I'm trying to figure out how to see it in real time. Because I
So
don't.
what time are you planning on leaving?
There
If,
you
if
go. I
this
don't-
wasn't there,
the
what would
way
you
that
leave
this is
slow?
setting up, I just foresee there being conflicts. like where I'm not going to be in front of the TV and I need to see it.
Because it's on Sunday night.
It's on Sunday night.
So, yeah, I mean, how long does it take for you to get from your house to SLO?
4.5, 5 hours.
Okay, so you just need to clear by 1 p.m.
No, but I'm stopping in Santa Barbara and seeing my folks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Watch it there.
That's a possibility.
Then you get out at 8, then you had to go all the way.
But no, we're going to spend the night in Santa Barbara on Sunday night.
You're going to have to sacrifice somewhere if you're going to watch it. Watch it at your parents' place.
That might work.
I got a last man standing, by the way.
Oh,
I have a last man. Oh, look at you. So excited. I do. I have this. This is fun.
Let's do it.
We get music and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I love this
We
stuff.
had music yesterday.
Okay, so in honor of the Super Bowl in 2021 with the Rams.
Today's the third anniversary?
Third anniversary of the Rams winning the Super Bowl in Los Angeles.
Against the Bengals.
Against the Bengals. Cooper Kupp, Super Bowl MVP, and here we are about ready to trade the guy or get rid of him.
Well, let me remind you, it's 3 years ago, and this stuff moves fast.
Well, speaking of moving fast, so here's the question. Who was on the roster as a member of that Super Bowl 56 winning team that's still on the roster right now?
All right, you want Trav to start, and it's between me and Trav?
Yeah, you and Trav.
Okay.
Trav, you start.
Matthew Stafford.
OBJ.
Check. No. On the roster now.
Oh,
That's still
I
on the
misheard
roster.
the question. I'm sorry. That's what it.
Let her go
still
again.
Yes, still on the roster now. Higbee.
Correct.
Okay, you can dig me for this. I think he's still technically on the roster. Cooper Kupp.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Tutu Atwell.
Correct.
Ooh.
First round draft, or second round. First pick in the draft that year. Correct.
Havenstein.
Correct.
All right, here's where we get a little different. Was Roseboom there?
Roseboom was there. Oh, pressure.
Emily. Wow.
Pressure.
All right, hold on. I'm going along. This is definitely not an offensive lineman. It's not a running back. The specialists are all different. Defense, Donald's gone. The big Ashawn Robinson. Oh, no, he's not here anymore. Never mind.
Does that mean
that's a ding.
That means he lost.
Damn. I didn't even mean
Okay.
Buzzer.
Can I guess on one? Because I don't know. I can't remember if when he came to the team.
Go ahead.
Durant? Kobe Durant?
No.
Yeah, he came later.
I know one that I just didn't get to that position yet. Darius Williams.
Correct.
Right, because he left and came back.
He was here, left, and then came back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What about coaches? I mean,
who else is left on the
any...
list of players?
How many? Troy Reader, Bobby Brown, and Alaric Jackson. Yes.
Alaric Jackson was on the team.
As a substitute. Was on the team. I know.
That's not very...
Bobby
and
Brown
by the way,
was a rookie, yes.
So Kupp has 1 foot out the door.
Yes.
The Rams have already said that they're likely going to trade him. Matthew Stafford may or may not be back. So, like, if you were just guys that are going to be on this team next year, it's Williams and Havenstein?
That's it. I know. See how fast that turns over? It's crazy.
And Tutu.
And
well,
Tutu.
maybe not.
Maybe not Tutu anymore.
Maybe not. Tutu is a free agent, I want to say.
Isn't that fast, how fast that happens?
And Bobby Brown's going to be gone too?
Bobby Brown is up this year, so they need to
So it's
make a decision.
Havenstein and Williams that are the guys that you could like say they're going to be on the team. And even then, you could trade or retire
Maybe,
or anything.
yeah. A stronger possibility than the other ones. You never
Havenstein's
know.
the only St. Louis Ram that's still around.
He's the last.
Yeah,
playing for the team. Johnny Hecker's still punting.
Still in the league.
Yeah, I was
Still in
going
the
to
league.
ask if he's the only St. Louis
But
Ram.
Rob Havenstein is still with the
Are
Rams.
they the only two guys in the league?
I think there might be one more.
Malcolm Brown's gone, right?
Malcolm Brown is out.
Yeah.
And there might be one more. It's a long snapper. It's McQuaid. I think
Jake McQuaid.
McQuaid is still bouncing around.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So
Funny. Crazy, right? So who won? Emily won.
Emily won.
Emily won.
She's 2-0.
Well.
Or did you win last week? Or
I won yesterday.
We're keeping score on this, right?
We can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who won the first one?
M's got 2 wins.
2 wins.
You have 0. I have 0.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
All right.
I
This
don't
is
like
fun.
that score. I don't like that score.
All right, cool.
I mostly don't like it because she does like it. So what happens if they do decide, or not decide, they can't come to an agreement? Matthew Stafford wants X dollars. The Rams are unwilling to pay X dollars, and they got to make a trade and assume that whatever's coming back in the trade is not quarterback. Right? Because I don't think you're going to see something like that. That seems unlikely.
Right.
I mean, look at what's out there. You're talking about Aaron Rodgers. You're talking about Sam Darnold potentially. You're talking about maybe just handing the keys to Jimmy G
Garoppolo
for a period of time.
Yes. That's why I was really, really, really into him playing that last game.
You think that's a possibility?
I wanted to see how he looked in this offense.
He's all right.
And he looked a little rusty. Hadn't played football in a while.
I think that's a good word.
Yeah, he could clearly run the offense, though.
Seemed comfortable.
Yes, running this sort of offense, this sort of scheme with McVay.
But you're your ceiling is your ceiling with a quarterback like that, right?
True, but it's not going to be forever. It would be a bridge moment. It was emergency. Matter of fact, when they signed him, that's what I had heard. This is Stafford insurance, just in case what's going on now, happened last season. We could turn it over to Garoppolo. He's been the franchise guy. He can run the offense.
Yeah,
he's good enough.
I don't mind him coming in to play some games if your guy gets dinged and he needs a week or two or even a month or so to kind of get his knee or his elbow or shoulder back. Like, okay, we can make it. But to play an 18-game season, or 18-week season, I should say. Like,
we should have asked him. Well, I guess he already knows. Bergman, he's seen both. Carr or Garoppolo as your starter. I think he's had both.
I think they're kind of one and the same.
He would
right?
probably lean towards Carr because the Garoppolo with the Raiders.
I think that to me, those guys are really, really similar. They're not awful, but they're not guys that you feel like, hey, we're okay.
That's 6 and 1, half dozen in the other. Yeah. Same thing. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can't do with both.
Does Sam Darnold?
Maybe Carr has a better deep ball.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe because of that. I don't know. Maybe.
Does Darnold qualify as a bridge quarterback, or is he? Because somebody's going to pay that dude.
You're committing to him.
I think so too.
Yeah, you're committing to him.
Somebody's going to pay him the going rate.
Mid-level quarterback
Baker
money.
Mayfield deal, right?
Yeah, mid-level quarterback money, and somebody will give him an opportunity.
By the way, that's $40 million a year or whatever it is.
But how do you sell that to your new team, your new fan base? That he just played for Minnesota. They won 13 games with him, and they don't want to sign him. And it's not outrageous money.
Yeah.
So how do you sell that?
That's a tough. That is a. You know what? Here's how you sell it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm putting on.
He's better than the guy that just left.
No, he's not.
Oh.
Matthew Stafford's better player.
Oh, I mean,
than Sam
someplace else, not here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think how you sell it is, look, he's not a perfect quarterback, but in an environment with Sean McVay, who has had nothing but success with quarterbacks, he's going to be better than you think. He's going to raise his game to another level. Because think about how you can sell this. Look at Kirk Cousins with Sean McVay. Look at Jared Goff with Sean McVay.
Yeah.
Look at Matthew Stafford. It fits because they kicked it up to a Super Bowl level. Look at Matthew Stafford with Sean McVay. You give Sam Darnold with Sean McVay, whatever the best version is that we just saw in Minnesota, you're going to get that plus something
Not discounting, but I think that's how you run into a mess, because if it goes south, the boos get so loud, you got to bench him.
I don't think you can if you've paid him like that.
That's what I mean. If it's like if you sell it, he's going to be fine with McVay. He's going to be X, Y, and Z.
How else are you going to sell it?
You're going to have to.
You can't sell it. Yeah, he's not great. You can't
do
that.
You better hope you get something out of him, because if it goes bad, the boos get so loud. Well, you said he's going to be X, Y, and Z, and then he's not. Then you wind up having to bench the guy.
There's no guarantee. I don't think you can bench a guy the year you pay him. I don't think you can do that.
I didn't think so either until I saw Jonah Jackson walking around. That's a different thing.
It's totally different.
But sometimes it does happen. Like, my God.
And the Rams have been pretty good about moving off of mistakes quickly, and I give them credit for that. But an interior offensive lineman who's making a lot of money maybe for that position, but is not making quarterback
money is different.
You can kind of hide that a little bit more than you can. Hey, we just gave that guy $40 million a year, and he's holding a clipboard.
And if he's a bust, it's just so. That's what I mean. It's a mess. Absolute. It's a mess. Yeah. So I mean, you got to. If you're going to pay Sam Darnold, you have to be all in on him. You really do, and you have to commit to him, for better or for worse, because you're stuck with him.
You got to believe in it.
Absolutely.
I don't believe in it.
Me either. That's what I'm saying.
Then I would rather go to a Jimmy G situation, because you're not trying to sell me that that's the answer. You're telling me the answer isn't available right now.
Or that just made Matthew Stafford more money.
Yeah.
I don't trust that. I trust. It may be worth the money.
I can't pay him that money, Stafford, right? I can't get there. But I'm also not crazy enough to give a C player A money.
Right.
So I will keep the money and wait, because the answer to my problem doesn't exist right now. I just have to sit tight.
Jimmy, you're our guy.
You're our guy for right now.
Yep.
And we'll see what happens in the draft. We'll see what happens in but
these are all choices they have to make coming up.
Paying A prices for C players is Deadly.
And stay off the internet.
Deadly.
Anything where Matthew Stafford and could be talked about, stay off that stuff.
Let's try a quick phone call. Let's go to Pomona. Check in with Brandon. Brandon, you're on with Travis DeMarco. What's up?
Hey, what's up, fellas? I know you guys are not excited about seeing Stafford every time you open up your phone, but I got one pitch for you. So if they trade Stafford to the Giants and he can go be with his brother-in-law, whatever, they get the 3rd pick overall and they take Travis Hunter and then sign Rodgers. What do you guys think about that?
I don't think Travis Hunter's going to be there at number
fair,
3.
But that's not playing fair.
It's dirty. It's dirty and it's ugly, but
God, I love that.
they're going to play that game.
Oh, my God, that would be fun. Come on, dude.
Travis Hunter changed the dynamic of this franchise in a meaningful way?
He'd be a top-flight corner you can put out there with that young defense.
Okay. How are you going to score points?
Good question. But I know how I can keep him off the board.
I'm not saying he's not a good player. I'm saying that position, if he's going to be the guy that you hang your hat on, he's got to be Deion Sanders.
Some of those, you got to get somebody to run with those guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good receivers in this league.
I hear you, and I'm not saying I wouldn't want him on my team, but if I'm getting rid of my Hall of Fame quarterback, I'm drafting a corner number 3 who might be good, but I still got to find a way to score points unless I'm trying to win games, 13-10.
But I cannot replace Stafford.
Yeah.
So if I trade him, my offense is different. I might as well supplement the defense.
Are we skipping the most obvious part of it? The Giants wouldn't trade that pick for that player, would they?
They let Saquon Barkley go.
Well, I'll shut up. That's the best answer I've heard. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about Joseph S. Norman. We're talking about expertise. You're talking about Hall of Fame level. You're talking about knowing the game inside and out. That's what we're talking about with Joseph S. Norman. That if you get hurt in an accident, it doesn't just have to be a car accident. If you get injured, you're in a store, something falls on you, a dog. There's a million different things that can happen.
Yeah.
Pick up the phone and call Joe.
He's so humble about it that he tells us the settlements go from 8 to 80,000, from 8,000 to 80,000 just by a few simple phone calls because he knows what he's doing. He's been through this before. Call someone you can trust. Accidents are devastating. The recovery process can suck. Imagine being out of work for months and then not getting paid for it. No insurance company is ever on your side. Anything you say to any insurance company can and will be used against you throughout the process. Remember that.
213-747-2000. 213-747-2000. That's the number you need to remember if you're involved in an accident or if you get hurt. And, of course, you can go online at normanlegal.com. And whether you call 213-747-2000 or go online, make sure that Joe knows that Travis DeMarco sent you.
From ESPN sent you.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
You were doing the game.
And I shouted out ESPN LA.
So wait, I'm on a flight.
Right.
I'm watching it. And they come over to George. Hey, let's go over to George, And George says, hey, guys, LA is super stoked on Luka. I do a daily talk radio show here on ESPN LA 710.
Yeah.
And you said, the fans are, I'm trying to remember how you phrased it, but
over the moon or something like that.
It was a
overjoyed.
Whatever it was. And I texted him good report.
Yeah.
You were inches.
I almost said it.
Inches.
Almost said Sedano and Cap.
My show every day on ESPN LA, Sedano and Cap.
Yeah.
You chose
I should have just kept going.
You chose not to mention the name of the show.
I should have just kept going.
I mean, it was gratuitous enough to mention the radio station, which I love.
At that point, right.
Let it go, bro.
Yeah.
Let it go.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace.
Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and support services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-848-1331. That's 800-848-1331.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar!
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head in your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Hey, it's Mace. Want a new game to get excited about? Check out Chumba Casino, your favorite online social casino. It's free to play, no strings attached. Enjoy social casino games like bingo, slingo, and slots and more with new releases every week, whether you're at home or on the go. Play for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. Get started today at ChumbaCasino.com.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
There are some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a large unexpected inheritance. An always on the verge of death phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone. Up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard so you can get a new one. Just trade in any phone from our top brands on any unlimited plan. With new line on My Plan. Additional terms apply for trade-in and pay off your phone offer. See Verizon.com for details.
Dell Technologies is celebrating with anniversary savings on their most popular tech. For a limited time only, save on select next-gen PCs like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Yeah. Come on.
Good halftime show.
Big time.
Are you ready for another Anthony Rendon fun fact of the day?
Oh, no. So he's
played less baseball than Ted Williams, who was in World War II.
Yes, serving in the military.
Yes. 5-year window.
Yeah.
The guy that flew fighter jets for 3 years played more baseball than the guy who didn't.
What was the second one again?
By the time this season will end, he will have missed 613 games.
Okay.
And played in 257.
Oh, my God.
And here's my last fun fact of the day.
Yes.
Okay. By the time this season is over, in which he is not expected to play at all, so I'm going to put the 6th year in.
Oh, okay.
He will have been a member of the Angels for 6 seasons. The Angels will have paid him $231 million.
Yes.
Still owe him another $38.5 next year.
Oh, boy.
Okay. And he will have hit, in those 6 seasons, for the price of $231 million, he will have hit 22 home runs.
22 bombs.
22.
Wow.
Just a quick division will tell you that the cost of each Anthony Rendon home run in an Angel uniform is $10.5 million.
For every home run.
For every home run he hits, the Angels have paid him $10.5 million.
Some special home runs. Yes.
The more you know.
$10.5 million per home run.
Oh, my gosh.
Over 6 years, and there's 22 of them.
How do you reconcile that? Who should feel bad? The owner or him?
Both.
Both should feel
I think
bad.
both.
You should be ashamed of
I think
yourself.
both.
You should give back part of your salary.
Look, a lot of teams wanted to sign him when the Angels signed him. So I'm not going to say that the Angels were out of their mind to do what they did when they did it, because he was a good player who was up, and a lot of teams wanted to sign him. They got incredibly unlucky what happened after that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you should have to give a portion of that to charity.
They were asking
That's
Perry
not fair.
Manassian, who's the Angels general manager, about this.
Build a school.
And they were basically, the question was, don't you just at some point just say, hey, here's all your money, just get the hell out of here.
Just
like
pay,
just
what do they call it? A
just-
buyout, right?
It's not even a buyout. It's a BYE out.
Go. Yeah.
Hey, here's this money for this year. Here's money for next year. Just leave.
Yeah.
And Manassian's like, no, we expect him to do his rehab. We're going to bring him back next year and compete for. It's like I get the impulse. Like we got to try to get something out of this, but just removing that black cloud and the daily. Oh, by the way, Ted Williams played more than he did in the war.
Yeah.
Than he's played without.
There's no way he hangs around his teammates, right?
Well, he didn't.
There's no way he enters a weight room when they're in there.
The stuff I was reading this morning, he wouldn't return Ron Washington's phone calls. He's not around the team. He's not the fans. He has no connection with the fans other than a negative one.
So he's injured and on vacation.
He's away.
Oh my God! I'd be sending postcards from everywhere.
Don't you just say, "Hey, listen, bro, here we lose. Here's all your money. Just you're no longer a part of what we're doing."
I'd try to sue him for fraud. I don't know, something that's crazy. I don't know who I feel worse for. I really don't. Like,
who are your options?
The fans. That's got to stink.
It stinks for the Angel fans for sure.
Yeah, if he's really hurt, I'm sure he is. He's the unluckiest guy on the planet to be that hurt that much.
Yeah, it's pretty unlucky.
And then Artie Moreno, you signed this guy, and you're clearly getting the worst end of this deal.
Artie Moreno bought the Angels for, I think it's like $170 million, something like that, and they're worth probably $3 billion now. So he's good, right? He's good.
Yeah, but you're still getting beat on this deal.
100%. That's what I was just going to say. Like he's a billionaire many times over. Okay, so he's not going to be worried about buying a cup of coffee. Okay,
right.
But can you imagine cutting a $40 million check for somebody to do nothing?
No, I told you I'd make you come to my house to get it. I would
to do nothing and to be disrespectful while doing nothing.
Yes, I would look you in the eye as I signed it, ripped it, and handed it to you.
All right, I want to take this
phone
phone
call.
This.
Yes.
What was the list, Em? The most iconic characters of the 21st century?
So it was Variety's list that they put out there. Let me just pull it up so I get it right. So it's the 100 greatest TV performances of the 21st century.
TV performances?
Yeah, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus was first for her portrayal as Selena Meyer in Veep. Mm-hmm. And Emma's asking us if we only look at her as Elaine, which we both kind of do.
Yeah.
Eric in La Habra has another one for us. What's going on, Eric?
Hey, so you were talking about Elaine, how you guys only picture her as Elaine no matter what you see.
Yeah.
And let me ask you something. Are you guys fans of Malcolm in the Middle?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when that TV show first came out, all I could think of Bryan Cranston in was
the dad
or the father of Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
But when he started Breaking Bad,
changed it.
First season, you know what I mean? It took me a while to get adjusted, but now that's all I see him in as Heisenberg or Walter White.
Yep.
I think maybe Elaine just needs to find something that, is just more iconic, and then maybe she can move on from that role. Same with other actors.
I hear you, Eric, and that's a really good pull, and I'm glad you called. Malcolm in the Middle, while a popular sitcom of its era, was not Seinfeld. It wasn't within a billion miles
a phenomenon.
of Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And Walter White is one of those characters. Walter White is one of those guys that for forever and ever, Bryan Cranston is Walter White, among other things. He's also in Seinfeld, ironically. He's the dentist.
Saw that one. Funny.
Yeah. But Selena Meyer in Veep is an incredibly long-running, popular, successful character, award-winning, and it still hasn't shaken Seinfeld. That's the thing. Like, Walter White is a colossus compared to Malcolm in the Middle. This is two really crazy characters. It's just that's how big Seinfeld
We don't even
was.
remember like the New Adventures of Old Christine,
Yeah.
which came
that
in between.
That was a funny show, by the way.
Well, she's funny in everything she's ever done.
Yeah.
Like Julia
Clark Gregg
Louis-Dreyfus
was in
is
that?
great.
Yeah. Is Veep a comedy?
Yes.
100%.
Okay, if she gave me something like drama, then maybe.
She's not a terrible dramatic actor.
She's done some drama stuff. She was in a movie last year called You Hurt My Feelings with A24. She's
Tim Watley.
Sorry?
Okay.
I just couldn't think of the name. And Bryan Cranston's character in Seinfeld is Tim Watley. It popped into my head.
Edie Falco, same thing. I still see Carmela.
Oh, yeah.
I still see
and
Carmella.
She's been in a bunch of stuff.
And
She's
she's been
nominated
in
for
stuff.
Nurse Jackie.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And that was good. Yeah.
She was terrific as Carmella.
As Carmella. Yeah.
Carmella, you could make an argument, is the evilest person in that entire series.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
it's
could
great.
be bought.
She doesn't give a damn.
Oh, Tony, my ring. Tony, oh
right?
my God.
She's like,
yes.
With the acrylics.
With the acrylics, where she's to Charmaine, where she's like,
That was like early in the first season.
It was.
Right?
That just
And
burned me
Charmaine's
up.
like, I think I'm going to go kill
I
her.
think that like
Yes.
women and men, obviously, there's different versions of evil. So
Sure.
I don't think Carmella is going to go out and literally kill
She's
people.
not violent.
like Tony does.
But she's comfortable using other people's violence to get what she wants.
Of course.
Exactly.
She's okay
still
with
evil
people-
within the confines of what she is.
She's 100% comfortable with the violence happening if it benefits her.
Right.
course.
She just doesn't want to commit the violence.
Right.
Which I think is a little different than the Skylar character in Breaking Bad, because a lot of people
Oh, my God, they hated
murder
her.
that character, which I think is undue.
Also in Seinfeld. She was
Also
one
in
of
She was in
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld too?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
I think that Carmella has more agency at more times than Skylar does.
She signed up for it.
She knew.
Carmella did.
Both of them.
Both of them did. Yes.
Both of
Come
them.
on.
Skylar didn't know for a long time.
She signed up eventually. She didn't sign up from the jump, but once she found out what was up, she got on
She
board.
knew. Yes.
She's not the most evil character in that show, for sure.
No, she's not number one like Carmella may be, but she's. She knew what was up.
No doubt.
She had that pile in that when Bill Burr and the big fat guy, I forget the character's name, when they laid on that money in that scene in Breaking Bad.
Oh, when they laid, yeah.
Like they look at you like, we got to do this, right? Like, heck yeah,
Of
we
course.
got to do this. Absolutely. All right, let's talk about the Lakers. Let's talk about what we saw last night. Big deal, no deal, or somewhere in between. That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Prize picks. We got the All-Star game this weekend. We got the three-point shooting contest. Major League Baseball's right around the corner. There's the NHL. There's all sorts of stuff going on. So just so football is over doesn't mean you still shouldn't be playing Prize Picks all the time. Put the Prize Picks app on your phone. Look at the statistical projections like the three-point contest coming up this weekend and pick more or pick less. It really is that easy with Prize Picks, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money if you get it right. This is why they've awarded billions in winnings, but you can't get any of it if you don't play. Put the Prize Picks app on your phone and use the code TRAV, T-R-A-V, TRAV, and you're going to get $50 after you play your first $5 lineup with Prize Picks. It is fun. It makes what's already great. You're watching these games anyway. It makes them even more interesting, and you got a chance to put a little cash in your pocket. Prize Picks. Run your game, and don't forget that promo code TRAV.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
If I'm Luka, I'm not motivated to put up 70 against the Mavericks. I mean, I'd like to. I'm motivated to stick it to the Dallas Maverick organization for the things that they have said about you on the way out the door. I want to prove them wrong.
Right.
I want to, and by the way, listen, and I'm going to say this to you, and you and I have talked about what his body looks like. You could take Luka, you could have him work out every day with LeBron.
Yeah.
You could have him eat every single thing that LeBron eats and not 1 calorie more than LeBron. And in a year, Luka will not look like LeBron. His body is just different.
Genetically different, yes.
That's it.
LeBron is an Adonis.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
So Mark Real from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
This February, the Genesis Invitational heads to Torrey Pines in San Diego. Be there when moments become legendary. The roars echo through the trees, and champions rise. The Genesis Invitational welcomes the world's best golfers, including Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and more to Torrey Pines February 13th through 16th for the Genesis Invitational. This is where legends are made. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt. Your claim, our game.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
What are you guys doing? There's boxes and
Greg
stuff.
just gave me a big box. And
What's in the box? What's in the box?
So do you believe that there was a hair that whipped across the top of the box?
Of course
Have
it
you heard
was.
that?
Yes.
David Fincher insists that that's not true, that there was literally nothing in the box when they shot the scene. So here's what's in the box.
I could have sworn there was blonde hair.
I thought so too.
It's a Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think, if I'm not wrong,
Hell of a movie, though. Yeah,
that
yeah.
this is.
What is that?
This is
Laptop.
next month.
Yeah?
Early, like maybe in the next couple of weeks, I want to say, will be my 10th anniversary here at ESPN.
Oh, no way.
And I think
Yeah.
because when 1 year they give you a little pin, and then at 5 year you get another pin, and I think at 10 years
10 year you get a what?
You get like a little statue.
Do
I
you
wanna
really?
say. I think yeah.
Of you?
No, I
Oh.
think it's like a Donald
Mickey?
Duck or something
Oh.
like that.
Keep going.
Well,
this
we'll
is good.
see.
I like this.
This is an unboxing.
Yeah.
Service anniversary pin enclosed.
Whoa. That looks nice.
Another box.
That's
drill
big.
A hole in
That's
it,
a
wear it
pin?
around my neck like Mr. T.
That's a big pin.
It's not a pin.
Oh, it's a plaque.
It's a plaque.
Oh.
Oh, and a pin. Yeah.
Look at
Wow.
that.
Let's see.
It'll
Come
be perfect
on.
in your murder room.
Your murder room?
That's exactly where it's
What's
going.
a murder room? Yeah.
It's where he does remote broadcasts.
The murder room. Oh, look at you. And
Yeah.
it's Mickey. Oh,
Yeah. There you
man.
go.
What does it say?
Presented to Travis Rogers, recognizing 10 magical years with the Walt Disney Company.
Magical.
Advantage of your Disney, as a Disney employee, you can go to Disneyland for free on
Not yet,
occasion.
but I plan to. Yes.
And when you show them your ID, the question is, where do you make magic?
And then you say
Okay.
ESPN, and they get disappointed.
ESPN, and they go, oh.
Oh,
As
okay.
opposed to, hey,
Yeah.
maybe I'll make a new friend in
Yeah.
a different area of
Oh.
the park.
Yeah.
You should bring
That's
the
great.
plaque with you when you go to
Yeah.
Disneyland. Yes.
That's great.
I just booked my time in Disney World.
Nice.
So I'm going to go to Orlando next month.
All right.
And so I'm going to hit up Disney World for the first time. Haven't been.
I've been once when I was 12 years old. Long time
To
ago.
Disney World
To Disney
in
World.
Florida. Yeah,
To Disney
yeah.
World. My Aunt Kim lived in Orlando at the time. And we went and spent a week with her. And
Is
we
this
went
the
to-
infamous cinnamon
It is.
visit? Okay.
It is.
The infamous cinnamon.
My Aunt
visit?
Kim gave
Oh, this
me
is good.
spoiled cinnamon rolls. You
Oh,
know how
yuck.
me tell the story? I'll tell it
No.
very quick. So I was 12 years old.
Yes.
We were went visiting my Aunt Kim. And she, you know those Pillsbury cinnamon rolls that come in the tube?
Of course.
And you break the tube, you put them in
Yeah.
the oven.
Yeah.
So the tube had gone bad.
Okay.
We did not know this. Me being me, I had eaten 7 or 8 of these cinnamon rolls.
As you should, yes.
And everybody that ate them got sick, but I
Oh.
got the most sick because I had eaten the most cinnamon rolls.
Okay, wow.
To this day, I still can't eat cinnamon.
I can really.
It's been 40 years. I can't
You're
eat it.
done with cinnamon
Can't do
because
it.
of that. Oh,
Like, you know, people, you'd walk by with the Wetzel pretzels or one
Yeah.
of those things in the mall, like, oh, it's cinnamon sugar.
Cinnabon.
Cinnabon.
but wait, you like fritters, right? Apple fritters have cinnamon in.
I used to like fritters.
Okay. Oh, you don't like fritters anymore.
I can't really do much. Anything.
No
like,
cinnamon. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything that is like an apple fritter. I can take a bite of an apple fritter because it's apples and cinnamon.
Mostly apples.
Yeah,
okay. But I didn't know. See, I just learned something. Those things can go bad.
Yes, the dough.
I need to check my fridge.
The dough.
Yeah.
Like there's expiration dates on things for a reason.
How far do you go over the date? Be honest.
Me?
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Milk? I won't go 1 second past the expiration date. Anything dairy related, it's going straight dairy.
Broth.
I would use broth past the expiration date.
Ketchup.
Yes.
Past the expiration.
Yes.
Mustard.
Yes. Condiments. Yes.
Mayonnaise.
Nope. Gone. See ya.
Gone.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Bread.
Meat.
Well, bread will mold.
Bread is a visual thing. And
Yeah,
by the
yeah.
way, even if I got a piece of bread and there's a little mold on it, cut it off and I'll still eat it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, the whole thing hits the trash for me.
No.
Any mold
like
gone.
Brick of cheese with a little mold, cut it off,
Brick
eat the
of
rest
cheese.
of the cheese.
You can have all my moldy cheese.
I don't.
Yeah.
Not gonna, I will. If I
You'll
can
cut it
around
off.
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
If I see mold, trash.
I mean, that's
Yes.
what Swiss cheese, those air pockets, that's all bacteria.
Okay,
and
what
stuff.
about like almond milk? Because they have a longer shelf life. Same for oat milk.
A couple days over, I'll use it.
I've never tried any of those things, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, put it this way, because I don't know what it's supposed to taste like, I wouldn't try an expired one because I wouldn't be able to tell. Like, if milk, you might. Oh,
yeah.
no, that's bad.
If
Get
it
rid
smells
of
bad, go. Okay, one more. This because they're so expensive. Eggs.
We eat them. I don't know if I've ever had an expired egg in my house.
Oh, really?
They go like that.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. If anything, it's like, where'd all the eggs go? I don't think we've
In
had
my
an expired.
belly.
Yeah. How many could you eat in one sitting?
Oh, the whole carton.
Could you eat
Yeah.
12? You could eat a dozen?
In a heartbeat.
Like scramble
like
them up?
nothing. Yes.
That's a lot of eggs.
Like nothing's ever happened. Yes. That's the first thing I learned to cook was scrambled eggs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an easy one.
You
A little
learn.
butter in the pan
There
and
you
keep
go.
them moving.
That's it.
Not too
Yes.
bad. Lakers get beat by a bad Jazz team last night. Okay. You know, that's kind of my
Throw
take.
it out. I'd throw it out.
Yeah.
It happens.
They were bad on defense.
Yes.
They didn't make shots. They
They're
were
missing
bad
a
free
bunch of
throws.
guys.
They were slow. They
Yes.
looked like they had heavy legs. They looked tired. They looked undisciplined. And because they've been so good for, what do we want to call it, 5-6 weeks?
Yeah.
That it was just like, okay, they had a bad night.
You know, it's funny.
Especially they missed a lot of free throws and they never missed.
Yeah, they're a good free throw shooting team.
People, you discount the Jazz because their record is so bad, but they have won 12 games for a reason. They do. Every now and then. Every now and then, if they play well enough and you play bad enough, they can beat you.
They get checks.
Yeah.
They get checks. They're
They do.
pros. Anybody can beat anybody in pro sports. I get
Right.
that. But the Lakers were particularly bad last night. I think
Yeah.
it was much more the Lakers were lousy than it was that the Jazz were particularly good. But the Lakers were lousy enough that
lousy and they were hitting on all or doing the best
Jazz
they
At
could.
one point in time, at the end of the first half, I think was like letting the Lakers back into this game when the Lakers were shooting absolutely terribly, and they still almost got there.
didn't have Dorian Finney-Smith, didn't have Gabe Vincent.
Jackson Hayes got facial contusion.
Got contused in the face.
I think Bronny had a career high.
The way you say it sounds disgusting. Contused in the face.
Well, he did. He had a face contusion means you got contused in the face.
Contused in the face.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
And Austin Reeves, I think, was 1 of 10 from behind the line.
And you had a center that just got here.
Alex Len got here and had to play the whole game
Get in
because
there.
Jackson Hayes got hurt.
Threw you to the wolves.
Luka had 5 turnovers.
Yes.
Like it was just a hot mess.
Bad night, and just when you throw
Night
it's the
before,
last. Yeah, one. It's the game before the All-Star week. What did you expect? Even the coach said, "Look, I'm going to take 2 days off. Don't call me. Don't talk about anything basketball related."
I think I'm not going to quite throw it in the trash. I'm going to put it in the bottom desk drawer and hope that I never need to look at it again. Because the only reason I'm not going to totally throw it away is if that type of performance, sloppy, a little slow, disjointed defensively, just effort. The Lakers had played so hard and so intensely for a period of time that last night was clearly not that. It was different. That if you start to see that sort of performance every 4th game, every 5th game, it's like, hey, guys, we're sliding into some bad habits again.
You see more
like
of them.
it started in Utah. Let's take a look at this. This is what doesn't work. Like I just don't. If it's just we go through another 3 weeks and before they have another clunker, then it's just another clunker.
True.
But if it's the beginning of a trend, I'd like to be able to go back to it at the beginning and say this is where it started.
It's a clunker, but I would say this is the game where this is why Luka is here. This is why he's so special, because if he hits the shots that he missed, you still have a chance to win this game, even though you're playing poorly.
Yeah, well, he can win you any game.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So this is where he needs to step up, and he will. He's rounding into form. He's still knocking off the rust.
You saw some great moments, and you saw him.
I saw him miss a lot of shots.
Missing a lot of shots, complaining to the referees, not getting back on D. Like, it was the Luka experience. It's fine.
Except he's not hitting for 28, 30 points. That's it.
That'll come. Like,
of course it will.
All of the things with him getting buckets is not the thing we're going to worry about.
Yeah, he's still rounding himself in the. This is what, second game since Christmas.
Yeah.
It's going to take a minute.
Alex Len playing as many minutes as he did was not part of the plan.
That is so funny. Get out there.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Don't worry. Just run.
Just run up and down and get in the way. Best
do what you can do.
Yeah. And look, he did what he was asked to do. It's fine. But yeah, they gave up a ton of layups last night.
Yeah, and a lot of rebounds. Yeah, all the hustle
and a
stuff
lot of
they won.
rebounds.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Just toss it out. It happened.
And if you're going to play D like that, you're going to have to get a ton of buckets. You're like Luka and LeBron and Reeves. Like Reeves 1 of 10. Luka's still not shooting. LeBron was okay, but you're going to need all three of those guys hot if you're going to play bad defense.
I mean, do you think you're going to be able to lock anybody down on defense?
Not locked down.
Yeah.
I don't need an A, but I need a C+. And last night was a D-.
Half court ball, you might have some issues. Running, you're fine.
Playoffs are nothing but
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
PGA Tour heading back to Torrey Pines for the 2025 Genesis Invitational. Give us a call now, right now, 877-710-ESPN. That's 877-710-3776. If you are caller number 7, you will win a 4-pack of general admission tickets to the Genesis Invitational. You get to check out world number 1 Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Colin Morikawa, and more at a big-time signature event in Torrey Pines. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com. The Dump is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
How many 65-year-old sports talk show hosts are there in Los Angeles?
But I mean, back in the day, it was not so weird. And I also think I have broken most rules in my career, done stupid stuff, and I don't see why I'm not the guy that stands out into his 70s.
Okay.
Into his 70s. That's the magic number.
You're Pete Carroll.
I am. I'm Pete Carroll.
There you go.
I'm like a kid out here.
World's oldest Gen Zer at this point.
Yeah, no, exactly. World's oldest.
We want you here, Ireland. That's all that matters. We want you here.
We'll see how much.
We should do the entire negotiation on the radio.
Should we get everybody involved?
Yeah, get everybody involved.
Idea.
Yeah.
Steve Mason and John Ireland, today at noon.
Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Is your vehicle due for service? Is it time to get those wipers replaced? If so, head into your neighborhood Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. For over 30 years, Valvoline has provided quick and convenient automotive maintenance services for busy people just like you. At Valvoline, you stay in your car safe while the expert technicians make sure your ride is at its best. Oil changes, wiper blades, and more. Just pull up, drive in, and drive out in about 15 minutes. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and game-winning coupons off of your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LEARN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LEARN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LEARN.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
Where should I put my plaque? I'm gonna wear my pin.
I'd go Flavor Flav. I
the
would
neck.
wear that thing around my neck.
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah, hey.
I would lead with that.
Yeah, I might.
Yeah.
I might.
I am Travis,
Yeah.
10-year
Look,
veteran.
I got a plaque, baby.
Yes.
It's the only
Mickey
plaque
sent
I'm
me
ever
a
gonna get.
plaque.
Right?
That's right.
I wanted a Cooperstown plaque. That
Yes.
didn't work out, and this is my next best option. Very cool. And thank you to ESPN for sending that to me. Happy birthday to the late Jerry Springer. Jerry.
When did Jerry pass? A couple years ago?
I'm going to guess.
Oh.
Emily's going to look it up for us. I'm going to guess Jerry Springer died 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
That's my guess.
It was 2 years ago.
2 years
It was
ago.
April
Okay.
27th, 2023.
You know, we can blame him for a lot that's gone wrong in this country by televising that nonsense. We can blame
I
him.
don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
if shining a light on animals is his fault.
Yeah, shining a light.
The animals were there before.
Giving
it's
a
just
platform to maniacs.
Yeah, well, okay,
and,
all
yeah,
right.
ne'er-do-wells.
They were, yeah.
Yeah.
It's more our fault for looking at it, right?
Well, you put it out there.
Well, no, that's the thing. You don't have to
Yeah.
watch it. Like, this is the thing. Like, when people, I use this as an example. When people get frustrated with the Kardashians, right? Well, turn them off.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know anything about these people other than they're famous. I couldn't tell you why.
Okay.
Like, I don't consume. I see it. That's not for me. I just go to the next
But
thing.
we all watched Springer. Everyone watched Springer.
Yeah, but that's our fault. That's not
what
Jerry's
I'm saying.
fault.
He put it out there. It was new to us.
We could have said, that's ridiculous.
Well, it was either that or
Instead, we
play-
went, Jerry.
Right, it was fun.
Jerry.
Come on.
Don't forget about this other birthday. It's Robbie Williams, singer from Take That, the British pop star, Robbie Williams. Okay, the only reason I know about him is
Take
because
That.
a movie that came out this year is called Better Man, where it's his biopic about his life, but instead of him playing himself, it's a CGI monkey.
Really?
And so it's just a monkey doing all the things that he did in the biopic, and people were going crazy in America because, like, who is Robbie Williams? We don't know who he is in the United States. And the British people are like, how do you not know who Robbie Williams is?
I just Googled him.
The English singer-songwriter, that guy?
That guy right there.
Yeah.
That dude.
Yeah.
It's not what I thought he would
Until
look
8 seconds ago, I did not know that was a human being on Earth.
And that's so funny to me because, like, the British people on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram are just like, how do the Americans not know who Robbie Williams is? And like, well, 'cause
We missed him.
don't.
We missed him. Sorry, Brits.
Happy birthday.
Emily, how do you plan to observe the fact that this is the 5th anniversary of the premiere of Love is Blind?
I love Love is Blind
I know
so
you do.
much. It's also one of the most successful reality dating shows because people have kids from this show. They're still together from this show. At least
Wow.
one or two couples every year are still together, which is fantastic. I love love whenever it happens.
Love
but,
will find a way.
I love love whenever it happens. I like that.
And it also kind of was the first thing I binged in the pandemic.
Ah.
It did come out like a little bit before shutdown happened in 2020, but it was really the first thing I binged. So.
I like my show better. They're blind.
Just people that can't see
That
falling
sounds like
in
a
love?
better show. Yeah, come on.
Well, that's just love.
That's just romance.
Yeah,
come on.
exactly.
You know what?
Well,
you know
have you
what?
ever
You know what you're channeling, and
What?
you might not even know it, but you know it.
What?
The little girl who was blind in Little House on the Prairie, Laura's sister.
Oh my God,
Mary.
you're right. Yes.
Mary went blind. I think she got like typhoid fever or something
There
like
it
that.
is.
Another lovely show about love, Love on the Spectrum. Have you seen that?
I have seen a little bit of
It's
that.
just- I
It
love
is
it.
sweet.
Love on
It's
the
very sweet.
Spectrum?
It's,
very sweet.
you know,
Okay.
about people who are on the spectrum finding love together, going on dates together.
Yeah.
And
No
just
way.
like,
Okay.
you know, they
It's
still have
ve-
some successful couples
it's-
from that as well.
It's very heartwarming.
It is okay.
Yeah,
all right.
it's very.
I like the
heartwarming.
balloon pop show. That's funny.
balloon pop.
Yeah. So,
What?
Yeah, have you seen the balloon pop?
Uh-uh.
So they have like a row of people, either girls or guys, and they bring out a girl or a guy, and if you don't like them, you just pop the balloon. So it's funny when the first time you see them,
Oh.
like the entire room.
Oh, so
pop,
you
pop,
haven't
pop,
even said anything to them.
Nothing.
You just go up
Oh,
and
so
puncture.
it's like Next on MTV.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That makes me laugh.
By the
Yeah,
way,
that
Aaron
one.
Palmer contributed to the show. Was on the show Next. He's told me about it before.
Oh.
so-
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever go on a
Next.
game show?
It was a Matt Vasgersian.
Uh-huh.
Remember him?
I do.
He had
Matt's still a play-by-play guy in MLB Network. He's
he
really
had
good
a
at it.
game show.
Sports Geniuses.
I was
believe.
on that show once
as a competitor.
Nope, as a person that was reading the card or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that. Yeah, but never competing. No,
Yeah.
no. Have you?
No, I've been in the audience of game shows.
For
I've
which
never,
one?
Family Feud.
How was that?
Awful.
Who was the host?
Ray Combs.
I don't remember that
He
era.
was not there for a super long time.
Okay.
He was there briefly, and we went because they pay you if you bring like a big group or whatever.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or at least they did at the time. I don't know if they still do it. And our baseball team went in there and watched. They start and stop. It's like it's a TV show, so it's not just like the game show just doesn't run in real time like you see it on TV. There's a lot of stopping and starting, and all right, let's do that again.
It was bad. Okay.
It's just dull.
I'd rather watch it on TV.
A friend of mine was on Family Feud. Her and her family were on Family Feud like last month or so.
Chris McGee, Geeter from Spectrum Sportsnet, the host of the Laker half and post game show, was a contestant on The Price is Right.
Get out of town.
Won a car, I think,
wow.
too. Yeah.
A new car.
A new car. The Wedding Singer, released today in 1998.
So funny.
It is.
Yes. I never saw Billy Madison.
It's good.
I never saw the first one. Isn't that the first Adam Sandler movie?
I think it is. Yeah. Billy Madison. It's funny.
Yeah, I got the premise.
It's an Adam Sandler movie. If you like Adam Sandler movies, you will love Billy
They're
Madison.
all kind of the same.
The comedies. Like Adam Sandler is another one of those guys that's actually a really good comedian or dramatic actor.
Yeah.
Like he's done a bunch of
Uncut
stuff.
Gems
was good.
Punch Drunk Love.
He's a good actor. Like he really is. But his comedies all kind of fall into one.
He was
lane.
robbed for Uncut Gems. He should have been nominated for Oscar. He
That
should
was
have
good.
won the
Yeah.
Oscar. Like he was so good in Uncut
That movie
Gems.
broke my heart.
The
It
Wedding
really
Singer's
did.
great.
It is so good. It's so good. Take off the T-shirt before you jinx the band and they break up. Yeah.
Your name's going to be Julia Gulia. Susan and I still say that. Wait, your name's going to be Julia Gulia?
Oh my God. Is that where the Dan Band showed up? No.
That was Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers. Okay. Yes.
No. Old School.
Old School's where they showed up. Okay.
Old School.
Yeah.
At Will Ferrell's wedding is when the guy is singing
That's
the song.
when he went off. Yes. Okay.
The rock musical Rent by Jonathan Larson opened off-Broadway today in 1996.
Did you ever see that?
I did.
It's really cool.
It is fun.
Yeah. If you like music, you like Rent.
I was obsessed with that musical for a period of time.
Yeah, it's fun.
I saw it down here at, I think, at Dorothy Chandler with my grandmother a million years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Also, just one of the great opening songs of a musical. Like
Which one?
585,000.
Oh, yeah. Is that the opener?
Minutes.
Yes. Yeah, that's a classic.
Idina Menzel's in that too. Before she had, before Frozen
Let
and
it
everything.
go.
Yeah, she was in Rent, and then she was in Wicked, and then she was Frozen. That's some
What
iconic
did
stuff.
John Travolta call her?
Adele Dazeem.
Here's the whole thing. Let me see it. The wickedly talented Adele Dazeem.
Oh,
Whoops.
my God.
Oh, strike one.
Who?
Try
And
that
it was at
again.
the Oscars when she was performing Let It Go.
Yes.
Yeah, not
Who?
great. 1990 today, Larry Bird ended his NBA free throw streak of 71 games. Hadn't missed a free throw in 71 games?
That's what I assume this is referring to.
So good.
Look, we could do this all day, every day, and I'd never get bored of it. Like, if you took this player and put him in this era, I took that player and put him back in this era, what would they do? I think my top choice is I would have loved to have seen Larry Bird in this era of basketball, where it's free flowing.
Yeah.
You're gonna shoot a ton of threes because he could pass, he could dribble, he could get to the hole. He's big. Larry Bird's 6'10".
It might look like Luka.
That's what I'm saying.
Or Jokic.
Yes, like he was Larry Bird was an infinitely better shooter than both of those guys.
Right.
Like a much better and both those guys are good shooters, but Bird was on another level.
Imagine if Bird wound up here and Magic wound up there.
Sliding doors.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
They both landed exactly where they were supposed to.
I know. It worked out.
Magic was L.A. in every possible way, even though he's from
and
Michigan.
Bird is Boston.
Bird was a Midwesterner that fit perfectly in Boston.
Perfect.
By the way, did you guys see the HBO Boston doc trailer?
Mm-mm.
It's like the Bill Simmons Celtics doc.
Uh-uh.
So it dropped yesterday on Max. I figured we wouldn't want to talk about it because it's the Celtics and boo Celtics, but people are going
What
crazy
era
for
does it cover? The entire history of the Celtics?
Yeah,
then the Lakers are in it. Watch it for the Lakers.
Yeah.
They're going to be in it.
They'll be in it a lot.
Of course they will
be in it a lot. It is Galentine's Day, as Em mentioned. It's also Internet Friends Day. What does that mean?
Shout out to the Circle of Trust. Shout out to the Travis and DeMarco All-Stars.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so
okay.
it's basically, though, did you guys ever have a period of time, I guess you didn't because internet was, you weren't a kid at that time, but you would make internet friends in, like, chat rooms, and you'd make internet friends on Facebook and AIM and stuff like that. Not necessarily meeting up with them, but, like, on Tumblr, you'd form a community.
Does that
Only
Bing
online.
mean Laura's in agreement?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's how she talks.
I
today?
have one of my very best buddies I met online.
Yeah.
Really?
Huh?
G-Fish?
Brian Beckner.
No, shout out.
How'd you meet him online? Or do I want to know this story?
No.
Okay.
Why does everything go to that for you?
I'm just asking. Yeah.
No, when I was working with Jim Rome, he was a listener to the show. He would kind of this was when emails and faxes were a part of the show. And I got canned from that show.
Yeah.
And he reached out to me, I think, on Twitter, and we started chit-chatting. And we developed a chit-chat relationship.
Okay,
and then one time it's like, hey, you want to go grab a beer? And we became good pals.
Okay, maybe not the good pals thing, but I got a lot of friends I met online.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah, no, but we're still good pals to this day.
Okay.
Yeah. Alex Bregman to the Red Sox, 3 years, $120 million. I hope you go 0 for the rest of your life and never get another hit.
Why
Burn
him?
in hell, Bregman.
Why him?
Because he was a member of that Astro team that ripped off the Dodgers. And, by the way, the Yankees and everybody else. Bregman, Altuve, Correa, all those guys can pound sand for the rest of their careers.
I'm with you, but don't you have to give them just a little credit for what they were doing, coming up with the trash can thing?
No, not that. I give them credit for the World Series they won after that.
Credit?
No,
not for beating just the caper itself.
Honestly, the
caper itself.
That it was
but the banging on the drum and everything. Come on.
That the caper, to use your word, was so rudimentary by banging on something.
Right.
Yeah.
Why didn't you think of it?
Well, this is part of the conspiracy theory. I think a lot of people did, and I think they were more subtle, and that's why the Astros didn't get the weight of the world dropped on them.
Because other people were doing it.
Because other people
It's like
were
Deflategate.
It's one of those. It was one of those. Look, we're gonna wear this. And we should wear it to a point, but you need to chill just a little bit, or we're going to blow this whole thing up.
You like movies, heist movies, right? Aren't you amazed at how they do stuff?
This ain't Ocean's 11. They stole the World Series.
Come on.
Sign stealing,
stole it.
Sign stealing has been a part of baseball since baseball's been invented.
Yeah.
But that's the thing you can't do. If the pitcher's tipping you,
Yeah.
steal them all
what
day
about
long.
the buzzer on Altuve?
No,
you okay
Mace.
with that? That's
Ingenious. Come on. That was
Now you're
ingenious.
just telling falsehoods. He was a very modest man who did not want to take his shirt off in front of a crowd of people.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
That's a plausible excuse.
I believe he'd also just gotten a new tattoo that had not healed fully.
That's a plausible excuse.
Going back to DeMarco's original point, I've never thought about it this way before, but it is actually a caper. It's a scheme.
It's a scheme. A caper implies some level of sophistication.
No, because we've seen capers go bad. Like, most criminals are stupid.
Yes.
I understand, but
they pulled it off.
This was the
They're all
equivalent.
waving. They're all like using the home run sign.
This was an equivalent of robbing a liquor store by sticking a shotgun in somebody's face. That's not a caper. That's just thuggery and a crime.
That's strong arm.
Yeah. A caper involves some sort of misdirection. Deceit. Yes, indeed.
I'm going to think about this. I actually think DeMarco's right.
You got to be impressed.
Andy will come to his conclusion on Super Crosstalk. That's coming up next.
The City of Stars has a new superstar.
Just for Kobe to know my name.
To have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette. And it's going and going and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rotolo Chevrolet.
Hey everybody, Cappy here for Prize Picks. You know I love Prize Picks, and I want you to download the Prize Picks app. I want you to use my code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, and I want you to start playing with me and Sedano and everybody else here at 710 because All-Star Weekend is almost here, and Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while you're watching your favorite players during the game and the Saturday night events like the three-point contest. Prize Picks is the best way to get action on sports in more than 30 states, including ours here in California, if you're traveling to Texas, Georgia, and Florida. You know, Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, on rare occasions, I can get my money back in as quick as 15 minutes. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code Cappy. Get $50 when you make your first $5 lineup. That's Cappy for first-time users. Prize Picks. Run your game.
This February, the Genesis Invitational heads to Torrey Pines in San Diego. Be there when moments become legendary. The roars echo through the trees, and champions rise. The Genesis Invitational welcomes the world's best golfers, including Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and more to Torrey Pines February 13th through 16th for the Genesis Invitational. This is where legends are made. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
So AK is here for Ireland today. You think you've landed on the correct terminology?
Yeah, I think it's either caper adjacent, what the Astros were doing, their cheating scheme against the Dodgers. It's definitely a scheme. Because there are levels to this. There's a scheme, there's a caper, then there's a heist. There's absolutely not a heist.
No. They stole a championship.
The World Series.
That counts as a heist.
I don't think in terms of the planning and what was executed, this did not rise to the level of a heist.
If it were all electronic Altuve buzzers, we're getting closer to heist. But when you're banging on a trash can,
it's a job.
It could be a job.
Oh, it's definitely a job.
It's a job.
It was absolutely a job.
It's a job. It's a job. There you go.
100% a job.
I like scheme.
I think scheme is where we land. If you
on
Google Astros scheme, everything comes
up. Do you think there was ever a point?
Astros heist doesn't show up?
Doesn't come up? Okay.
No.
Wow.
Astros. What was the other one? Scheme.
Caper.
Yes.
Caper indicates that it's fun, and it was not for us.
So here we
it was
go.
fun for them.
It probably was
Caper
fun
was
for
fun for them.
Astros scheme returns the following.
Yeah.
The report detailed that 2 months into the 2017 season, Astros bench coach Alex Cora and a group of players, which included Beltran, worked to create a system to steal signs.
Right.
So what was the other one?
Caper.
Caper is not there. Caper indicates, it's fun.
It may be there. Watch.
Nope.
Not there?
Nope.
Okay, how about heist?
Yeah, Astros heist. Let's try that one. Astros heist.
Okay, so the first thing that comes up with Astros heist is the Houston Astros sign stealing scandal on Wikipedia.
So it's
okay.
So
Scheme or a heist.
it does take you to where you want.
Yeah.
Do you think all these guys that were cheating ever talked about it like we're going to have one last score and then we're out?
We're going to retire.
We're going to retire.
What I don't get, because players move around all the time, right?
Yeah.
They're on different teams in the middle of the season, sometimes more than two teams, and certainly every offseason players move around.
Yeah.
That somebody, when you went to, that was a teammate with somebody that ended up on the Dodgers, say, hey, you know how these guys roll, right? You know what they're up to, right?
Right.
Like we need
That's
to
breaking
change
the
these signs every inning, every batter potentially.
Yes.
They didn't.
Well, was there any former Astro on the Dodgers that year?
But my point is, it doesn't have to be a straight line where I used to be there. It's a guy that played with a guy that played with a guy. These guys all talk to each other.
Yeah.
They all know.
Now I want to go back and make like one of those FBI
With the
boards.
string?
Oh, my
and try
God.
to figure
Oh,
out.
murder board.
I love that.
Murder board.
Yes.
I love a murder
That
board.
sounds like fun.
The murder boards are awesome.
Because I want to know
murder boards.
who on the Dodgers
Yes.
potentially should have known, and therefore I would say was even culpable.
Oh, interesting.
There's the mole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's the mole. Wow, the inside
I-
man.
Look, this is the part that Dodger fans, Yankee fans, I'm sure everybody's not entirely
Never letting it
comfortable
go,
with.
ever,
No,
never.
You're never letting that go?
Never.
Nor am I.
They stole from
Stole
you.
the 2017 World Series, period. End of story.
However,
What?
the Astros are not the only team that's doing stuff like this.
No, they're not.
And that's why to really jump up and down.
I'm jumping up and down.
I jump up and down on one leg.
I fully jump up and down. I'm a two-legged jumper.
No one's ever used a little electronic thing before,
No,
right?
look,
that
like I was saying before,
Yeah.
you can steal signs out of the catcher's glove.
Yes.
Right.
You can steal them out of the pitcher's glove. If I stare at your third base coach and he's bad at giving signs, and I know you're putting on a
You can
bunch play
figure
and
him
I
out.
pitch out,
Yep.
that's you being bad at what you do. But using electronic surveillance
To communicate it to you.
to communicate
Yeah.
it and to crack the code of
Yeah.
what the signs are,
Right.
that's where it goes too far.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's what they did.
Yes, they did. So, caper,
Scheme.
no.
Even though you know all
Scheme,
that
yes.
and they stole it from you, the fact that they stole it from you means you can't get over it. Even though you know that you guys might have done the same.
Look, I think
at some point.
I have no knowledge, personal knowledge,
Like the Dodgers are not blameless.
of the Dodgers.
I'm not
doing
saying that the
this
Dodgers
to this
are
degree.
not, or
Historically,
I'm
yeah.
not putting anything on the Dodgers at all. What I'm saying is the Dodgers are not the only ones that get to be mad at them.
Oh,
right.
okay, fair enough.
Did they rip off the Dodgers in the World Series? Yes, but who's to say they even get the Astros?
Didn't
even
they take
get
out
there?
the Red Sox,
They took
or-
out the Yankees that year.
Yankees,
Like
Yankees.
if the Yankees could have beaten the Dodgers fair and square, so everybody that got knocked out by them has an equal claim to be furious with what it is.
Did you guys pick a win total for the Dodgers this year?
Win total, yeah. I'm
What'd you pick?
115.
115.
Yep.
What are you at?
107.
107. That's low. You had 113.
13.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right in that area.
Okay.
I think
I mean,
so.
they're going to accidentally win games.
I think the floor. No.
They have
I
so
think it's a
much
great
talent,
point,
they're
Mace.
just going to stumble into
It's
wins.
a great point, Mace. I think their floor, a million things went wrong and they played bad, is 100.
There's no way this goes bad.
But
No,
that's what I'm
God,
saying.
no.
No way this goes bad.
The version of this going bad is a 100-win season.
Yeah.
Here though is
If all goes wrong,
But it's
100 wins.
they're
Not to interrupt,
162.
But doesn't that ruin baseball?
No,
Not
not
for me.
Because isn't that
I'm
part?
having fun with
but
it.
isn't
I
that
enjoy
part of it? You're supposed to be like have the specter of this could go bad.
I think if
you've
they-
bought your way out of it.
If
Yeah.
we're sitting here in 2028 and the Dodgers have won 3 of the last 4 World Series and they're winning 118 games a year, we can have that conversation. Until that happens, we'll see.
You know
We'll
what though?
see. Okay.
Dynasties are always great for sports.
If they're competitive. If there's a chance that the team that is winning could lose.
Chicago was good for the NBA.
It's great for the NBA.
I mean, look, you had a period of repeats, three-peats between the Bulls, between the Lakers, between the Rockets. You know, the Spurs were winning every other year.
Hey,
Pistons,
NFL, they just had the highest ratings in the history of the
Pistons
Super Bowl
went back
with the
to
team
back.
going
Like,
for a three-peat.
People will complain
Yankees.
about the lack of, I don't know, variety or the
Competition.
predictability
Yeah.
if there are these type of dynastic
Parity.
teams.
Yeah.
But the dynastic teams are really what draw you into all this in the first place because
They're polarizing.
they become the thing that you want to knock off.
Did you see you talked about the ratings for the Super Bowl at all-time high. Did you see the ratings for the first Luka game?
No.
Through the roof.
Monster.
Really?
Yeah,
This
I
was
bet.
the Monday night
This
game
was
on...
the ESPN Monday night game,
Yeah.
and they were like 120% above average, and it was the biggest game they'd had in years.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Years.
great.
I'm throwing out last game. You said
Which
hold
game you're
the-
throwing out last night?
Last night.
Throwing out last
yeah,
night.
you got to throw out last
You
night.
got to
Night
throw
before
out
the
last
All-Star
night.
break,
Yeah.
you're missing a couple of key guys. Another guy leaves early. You got a center who'd been there for 5 minutes that everybody looked like they
Insanity.
had leg
Not again.
Insanity.
No, it was as long as that type of game doesn't become something you're familiar with,
Right.
you can throw it away.
Yeah, I think you can throw it away.
No way Lucas stays cold.
No,
No
well,
way.
He's a step slow right now. It's been
Yeah.
6 weeks.
He
or
looked to
7
me,
weeks or
he
whatever
looked
it is.
to me, Luka, like he might have been feeling the effects from making his return on Monday because he'd been gone for a while.
Sore.
Like his
Yeah,
body
yeah,
was
yeah.
feeling it.
Sore. Like we talked about that.
And I
yeah.
think, by the way, defensively, it's not exactly a masterclass.
on
Wasn't last
defense,
night.
no.
Yes.
Look,
Forget
this is
about
going to
defense.
sound weird because we've been just looking for ways to replace this guy for the last several weeks and months.
that Jackson Hayes is oddly, vitally important all of a sudden.
he is.
That it was hey, he's not good enough to back up AD to, hey, if he goes out of the game, we got
dead. Problems.
We are dead.
What does he have? A contused face?
Face contusion. He got contused in the face.
He got hit in the face. I didn't think it was like super rough.
It's the night before the All-Star break.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
what it was.
Any pain, you're out.
They may have realized this game's already out of hand. There's no reason to possibly make it
worse. Was it out of hand? When
No,
he got
it was
popped
early.
in the
He only
face?
played
I thought
like
it was early.
it was
No, I
6
mean
minutes.
like once halftime rolls around, like when they officially announced he was
not
gone.
rushing back.
What's the point?
You're right. For who? For what? In
For
the
who?
immortal
For all. Don't
words
start
of
that again.
Allen Iverson, the greatest quote of all time. Super Crosstalks brought to you by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out.